everyone. This is Robert, and I'm here for the Tiny Disc Podcast, episode 50. It's a show about games and life. Damn it, I messed this up a lot. I'm sorry. We're live for the first time for this week, and like, holy crap, it's exciting. So, I'm Robert Scarpanito, and I'm joined here by the Electronic Expo, Jack Cepeda.
Hey, Internet. Hello, Twitch. It's nice to see you guys. I'm enjoying a Koenig Ludwig Weissbier, and it's delicious.
I love German.
Ready to rock.
Man, I thought I introduced Jack, not our craft beersman Colin.
Hey, that's me. What's up, guys? Welcome to We're Live! Tiny Disc Podcast, episode 50. It's only fitting that episode 50 is an E3 episode. That's where we started. That's where we're coming at what? It's been, about a year. A couple weeks ago, we hit our year.
It's been 1 week.
Memories.
Oh, man. Guys, I don't know about you.
I know it took us this fucking long to get onto Twitch. What the hell, guys?
I feel fucking jitters, guys. Feels weird being live.
Yeah, it's like we don't have much of a safety net like we really ever did before, but really this time, we might break some bones here. I don't know. It's dangerous.
Yeah, the time that we go live is when we're going to fuck it up.
Yeah, because here's a peek behind the curtain here. Every week, I have to edit out at least 5 of my own racial slurs. It just kind of come out. And I'm a little worried about the next hour and a half.
Hey, man, it's a new America. Just let it fly. It's the Division.
It's the Division. This podcast is the dark zone of the internet.
God, it's something. Not. It's a fucking black hole.
Yikes.
But seriously though, guys, thinking back, like it's been roughly a year, a little over a year. I feel like I know you guys even more now, and here's to 50 more, and next E3, and it's all coming full circle here. The feels are real.
Oh man, so
it's been a hell of a ride, boys. But the ship ain't sinking anytime soon.
So as it's probably been made aware to you, E3's been happening for the past, what feels like a month, but really it's only been like a week, a little less than that even.
It's the nerd Super Bowl, everybody, is how I describe it. This is the time of the year where it's so great to love games.
That's true. Who would be the Tom Brady of the games industry? What?
Todd Howard.
Would it be Todd Howard? That's good. Yeah. That's pretty good.
God, Howard, if you would have asked me like 10 years ago, I would have said Cliff Bleszinski. But
yeah,
Eric Hirschberg is who I would have said from Activision. He's got that swag, and he's dating some models.
That's true.
You just know it.
I feel like right now Phil Spencer is trying to be the new Tom Brady of the games industry. He's trying real hard. I can see that. He's trying real hard with his Xbox swagger,
with his squinty eyes and his side smirk.
Yeah, he's staring everyone down you're gonna buy an Xbox and you're gonna like it, you little filthy bitch.
Today I would like to tell you that Xbox is investing in 5 new studios.
Yo, can we?
Well, should we just? Should we just start there, right? Yeah. Should we just get on with the show or what?
Yeah, I mean...
All right.
I say,
let's talk about.
Let's start, fuck it. We'll go off the rails. Let's start with Microsoft. We're already bashing on Philly, boy. Okay. Yeah. I want to point out the fact that this year he did not wear a blazer over a graphic tee. This year, he wore a denim jacket that was very dark and could look like a blazer from afar. Over a graphic tee.
Everyone, it was so funny when I was watching the Kind of Funny live stream. They were like, "Oh shit!" When he came back out, they're like, "Oh shit, he's gonna be wearing a different shirt."
So where do we start? I mean,
so first of all, let me ask you guys this: overall, what was your guys' feelings after the conference ended
for Microsoft?
What did you guys walk away with?
Okay, I walked away with they did it. They did a good show.
They did.
I'm still not buying an Xbox though.
No, yeah. It's I was watching that show. It's I mean, they're finally showing exclusives, and it was a very well-paced show. They took a page out of Sony's book, just trailer. We got new studios, trailer. Which was awesome. But still, I could pay. I'm still going to be able to play 90% of those games on my PS4 at the end of the day. But I felt like it was a very good conference, and it was what Xbox needed in terms of setting people up for the future.
That's kind of the consensus from everything you guys are saying and what I'm hearing as well. Yeah, on the podcast I listened to. But yeah, it was a great effort. It was a great show. They definitely put their best foot forward. I still didn't buy one. So I was also like, I feel bamboozled, hornswoggled.
What?
I feel led astray. I feel just that
discombobulated.
I was all of those things because Forbes and like Wall Street Journal and like all these major outlets like IGN, GameStop were reporting that there was a $350 price drop in the Xbox One X. Or I mean a $100 price drop. So from the sale price, so it would have been $350 total. That's what I mean to say. And they were all reporting that there was probably going to be announced during the conference. So I went to some trouble, I'll say, to facilitate the fact that I could have one in my cart already, log in to my account, and be ready to hit the buy button as soon as they like refresh and then buy. Right, like I was ready to do it. Never happened.
Yikes!
I was let down because I was going to do it, man. $350. I would have totally bought Xbox.
Man,
One
I'm
X
still focused on the fact that Hogswoggle sounds like an insult from the Harry Potter universe.
Yeah, it sounds like a slur for Hufflepuff. You hogswoggles.
It does.
Or like a rival school. That's what they say when they're insulting Hogwarts.
Yeah. Oh, the hogswoggles. That filthy Harry Potter hogswoggle.
Yeah.
But
So
no, I hear you, Jack. It was disappointing that all those rumors were out. But I did see that via eBay or via Newegg on eBay, you can get one for $400, an Xbox One X.
It's not a bad price.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, you get a lot of console there, but then you hear. Did you guys hear about Project Scarlet rumblings? Ooh,
Yeah. So the new
this?
like that, and that's skipping ahead to the end of the conference.
But I mean, yeah,
Phil Spencer just kind of sprinkled in there, like, yeah, we're working on new Xboxes. Our architects are working on new Xboxes, plural.
Yeah,
and I was like, the hell?
He said architecting, right? Like it's a verb. Like we're architecting new Xboxes.
Well, they're on pace for a release in 2020. It just makes it like, man, well, it's 2018 and a half now. Like, do I want to buy a console that is going to be obsolete, in 18 months time? Like, oh, it's just like, I want to buy one now. Please let me buy one.
I'd say, especially since you have a PS4 Pro right now, I'd say it's worth waiting until 2020, 2021. See what's out there.
You know what, though? As someone who... Okay, so this brings me to my next, like, what the fuck? There were a bunch of games I was expecting to see at E3. I did not. And one of those we can talk about right now was Red Dead Redemption 2. Nothing. No gameplay. No. Did I miss something? Was it on the PC show that I missed? Or
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been at either the Xbox or Sony conference if it was going to be there, I would assume.
How did Microsoft not sew that one up and be like, plays best on Xbox One
Because
X?
Rockstar is so huge that they can
they don't care.
wave their money dick around.
Here's the power.
They don't need anybody else.
Here's the power that Rockstar has is that's one of the games I didn't see at E3, and I'm still like, I'm okay with that. I'm probably still going to buy the game.
I wasn't really expecting to see it there, if I'm being honest. But it would have been cool to see another trailer.
But
I would have loved to seen some gameplay, and I would love to see how it looks in 4K 60 frames a second on the X, because for me, like, if I want to play the best version of that, it's not going to be on PC. It's going to be on Xbox One X. So that's going to sell that system for me, just that game.
It's not going to be on PC anyway for at least 2 more years, because that's how Rockstar do.
Right.
But while we're talking about absences, right? Like, what really surprised me, there was no Black Ops 4 at E3.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
The only time they mentioned Black Ops 4 was during that shitty intermission during the PlayStation conference.
Even then, that was mostly Black Ops 3 stuff. That wasn't really Black Ops 4.
That's wild.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that until like.
Is it because they showed so much of their hand during that reveal event? It would have to be.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah, but you think they would at least have something in there for promotion purposes,
like maybe gameplay of their Battle Royale mode or something.
I mean, yeah, Battlefield 5 was still there, and they had their own reveal event themselves.
Not even, though, the biggest omission of the year. There was a huge omission this year. I think the whole world was expecting to hear, guys, are you forgetting? Come on. Border fucking Lands 3?
Nope.
Nothing.
Not
Zilch.
Not a word.
I was not.
like,
no,
what the
hold on.
fuck?
Let me stop you right here. Gearbox came out and said before E3, guys, we're not going to be at E3. So I wasn't expecting any Borderlands.
That's true.
I forgot that, but still, like, they announced it, like they said, yeah, we're working on the game everyone thinks we're working on.
Right, but
I don't know.
But they also said like a week or two ago, like, hey, we're not going to be at E3. Don't expect us. So
I guess they're getting out of Rage 2's way.
yeah, see, that's the thing, right? Is that I'm worried about Borderlands 3 now because we saw Anthem, which is totally going to be a Borderlands 3 killer. probably. And then Rage 2, which is all the fun parts of Borderlands, right? And I'm just like, what? There's not going to be a market for Borderlands 3 if they come out after those 2 games, which is looking way more likely.
Borderlands 3 will have to pull a Far Cry 3 and just be so head and shoulders above and beyond the last 2 games.
Especially with the games that we saw shooter-wise overall, I just don't think that there's room for a Borderlands 3, at least not in the Borderlands formula as we know it from the past games. But what do you guys say? We go down the list for Xbox's conference.
Yeah, sure.
Let's keep going. There's a lot of good stuff there,
All right, so they at the top they said like what 50 fucking games? Like 50?
Yeah, 50 games, 18
exclusives.
Exclusives?
Yeah.
I don't know. The wordplay there was 18
and like 14 premieres, whatever. So I don't think we're gonna go through all the games, but I mean, like, I think we just start going through the ones that stood out to us. So like they started off with a big trailer for I can hear Jack vomiting already. Halo.
Guys, they are still fucking beta testing the Master Chief Collection. Do you guys want to sign up for the beta now? You know, that game that came out in 2015? Oh, by the way, you also have to sign a fucking NDA to take place in this patch for a multiplayer game that's 3 years old that still isn't working. Holy crap.
It's okay.
It's insane. It's insane. And they didn't mention, I don't remember them mentioning anything about Master Chief Collection other than the fact that it's coming to Xbox Game Pass. Wasn't that it?
They said that. But yeah, so this new Halo game is Halo Infinite, which is going to be the number of bugs this game might have.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Is this Halo as a service?
It might be.
Is this the last Halo?
It might be Halo Pay to Win.
Infinite implies service game to me, at least from the wordplay.
And we didn't see gameplay. We just saw like a cool ass like scenic landscape.
An engine. I think it was an engine though. What I was hearing.
And then like you see the iconic helmet, but you know he's not wearing it. He's like holding it in his hand, and then it's kind of like Halo. It's okay.
Yeah. We don't know. We didn't get a release date. We didn't get anything like any other details about it. I've heard from people that are Halo fans, like big Halo fans, that they used Halo 3's music in the trailer, which was a notable thing. And then they have like I think it's the helmet from Halo 3 for Master Chief or something like that.
I didn't realize he had. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Sure, I don't really follow Halo.
If it's playable, if it's playable on PC, I'll give it a shot. If not, then no dice.
Yeah.
Let's see. They did a quick little trailer of Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That looks really good. That looks.
It actually
exciting.
Did look really cool.
Oh man,
yes, it looked even better than the first. Yeah, I agree. It looked even better.
I keep meaning to play the first. I own it, installed it, haven't played it. Feel bad. Okay, this is huge, guys. New FromSoft game.
I cannot believe that they went with Xbox's conference. They showed up for Xbox's conference.
Yo,
that's crazy.
I'm okay with it because it's coming out on all platforms, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Oh, the Tenchu.
Yeah, this was that thing that they teased, you know, back at like Game Awards, I think. We were all like, oh, is that Tenchu? Is that Bloodborne 2? Is that a whole new IP? The answer is that a whole new IP?
I was so sure of myself that it was Bloodborne 2. Like,
yeah, you were weirdly sure.
I was like so sure that it was Bloodborne 2. I don't know, because the overall vibe that I got from the trailer just said Bloodborne 2 to me. Yeah. And so the trailer for this game, holy shit. Game looks amazing. Like it looks like action from software, but with even more mechanics, grappling hook, like really crazy parries. Allegedly the game, there's not going to be any multiplayer.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and like there's no shields or anything, so it's all parries and fast action. So yeah. I'm liking what I'm hearing about the game. Dude, honestly,
there's a jump. Great. You can jump.
Yeah, you can like jump insanely high. You're doing some like ninja shit in this game.
It looks cool. It looks cool. It almost was the coolest looking ninja game of the show, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Let's see. Captain Spirit, they announced that little trailer. That's like a prequel to Life is Strange 2, or just like it's something in the Life is Strange universe, completely free on June 26th. You can download it for free and play through it.
My guess is that at the end it's going to reveal that the little child is God. Ooh.
Oh,
the little child is God.
And he created Max and Chloe.
He created the whole the universe as we know it.
So he's into lesbians then.
I don't know. I mean, you said it.
Fair.
I honestly like the game was like it's definitely way different from Life is Strange, but like I was perfectly okay with it. I thought it was Life is Strange 2. Like I thought that was going to be Life is Strange 2.
Same.
But and not until I read later that it was going to be like something that affected your choices or the events of Life is Strange 2 once you play it. Apparently you like import your save sort of thing.
Right, and it's going to change what happens.
Interesting. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I mean, don't nod, dude. What the hell happened with them? They are dulling out the games.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. They just released Vampire.
Yep.
Last Tuesday, and then the day after, 2 days later, Sony revealed, they're working on another game called Twin Mirror. And I was like, cool. I guess they're putting Life is Strange 2 on the back burner. And then fucking at E3, it's like, hey, we're working on that prequel to Life is Strange 2 for free.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Boom.
I mean, we don't know anything about when we're going to get Life is Strange Season 2. There hasn't been anything about it, no details. We know it exists. Yeah, that's it.
It's in development.
Life is Strange is such a good game.
It really is. Definitely
it's
like
hard to live up, but
one of my favorites. My theory is in that trailer for Captain Spirit, they talked about how mommy's dead. I have a feeling that's going to be a part of Life is Strange 2. Either you play as the mom or like you find out how she dies, something like that.
Oh God, I can feel the feels already.
Same.
I have a game I want to move on to. Let me pose this question to the table, guys. Battletoads ? What do you know of it?
It's battley and it's toady and
you guys
it's
ever
really
play
hard.
It back in the day on the NES?
Never actually played it, but it's got its own mythos surrounding it. I feel like
it's such a terrible game. It's such a terrible idea to do this too. It could be so horrible. And they didn't show anything. They kind of pulled the Metroid Prime 4 like reveal. Like they just showed like words on a screen.
Yeah, they did that extra like comic book speech bubbles though, right? Like kind of like, whoa, it's wacky.
Yeah, it was kind of like a play on the Ninja Turtles. Like it was during that craze in the 80s and 90s. And I don't know. It's kind of crazy that it's actually happening. We'll see. But I have very low expectations for that.
It's coming out 2019. I feel like it's going to be like a nostalgia meme cash grab of some kind. I feel like that's kind of what Battletoads is going for.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine like it's a 2.5D platformer. Can't imagine it would be bad, but it'll probably just be okay at the worst.
Well, I mean, we don't know if it's a 2.5D platformer. We didn't see any gameplay, did we?
It said 2.5D graphics in the trailer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
We'll see. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the old school Nintendo game remade with like modern graphics. We'll see.
Yeah,
but it needs to be 2D. So that's that.
So can we talk about the Crackdown 3 trailer real quick?
Terry Crews.
It's so Terry Crews. It literally like I know it's Terry Crews' voice actor, but like it's kind of uncanny how well they made his face look like Terry Crews.
Yeah, it was him. It was
is him
Terry
in
Crews
the game.
Yeah,
embodiment.
It is
in the
his
game.
video game.
Yeah. And the thing is that was so full of like testosterone. And like, you know, I think a little more manly. Like I can bench a bit more after seeing that trailer. I don't know if you
That's
guys.
what Terry Crews does to you, man. You ever watch his Old Spice commercials?
Power.
Yeah, I mean that dude is just go all the time, man. He's just on it. But I will say, like, it looked like Crackdown to me. Like, wasn't anything special. It's still coming out in February, which, by the way, popular theme of this E3 has been like, hey, we're going to release our game in February.
Yeah.
At this point, it's risky to stray too far away from the Crackdown formula. Like, you need agility orbs. You need a giant metropolis. Like, you really just need to have a polished up modern version of the first game.
With Terry.
And that's fine if they gave me a more modernized Crackdown with better graphics and
Terry Crews
and a couple new gameplay mechanics. I mean, that'd be fine. I enjoyed the hell out of the first Crackdown on my 360.
It is wild though that it got pushed like a week before. Like wow,
like that's the worst timing too.
Yeah, the whole development cycle with this thing, man, it's it's almost starting to feel like Duke Nukem Forever to me, or something like that.
We almost forgot about this is like Half-Life 3 now at this point. But we almost forgot about the cloud computing, guys. The power of the cloud is going to make those explosions look so good, those buildings crumble. Cloud computing gaming, like remember that bullet point they were hitching their horse on with this game? No one ever talks about this anymore.
Because that's the thing. I feel like people are starting to not care about Crackdown anymore. feel like the hype around it is just dying.
It was never that big of a series to begin with.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was like it was like a B tier Microsoft first party exclusive at best.
And
yeah,
also
it was
that
one of those
surprising.
games. It was one of those games that a friend showed me when I was younger, and I was like, "How have I never heard about this? Like, this is fucking cool. Like, it's fun."
I had the first one and I played the shit out of it.
Can we talk about how it was supposed to be like an Xbox One X launch title? You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot.
Yeah, rip.
Wait a second. Like it's supposed to come out 3 years ago?
The One X. Like with the X.
Oh, okay. Last year. Okay.
Yeah, late last year.
Right.
Anyway, let's see. Colin, you mentioned how February is a big deal. Metro Exodus is coming out February 22. And, let's just say so is Anthem, and so is another game, like Days Gone but for Sony. So it's kind of
on the same day.
Yeah, it's kind of like October 27 of last year all over again, except for like less, not as hype IMO.
I think though, honestly, Anthem is probably going to steamroll both of those games, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean, because Metro already has kind of a limited, like the people who are fans of Metro fucking love Metro.
I'm not gonna the trailer was dope. Like the game looks fucking cool.
Right, but I also think Metro is one of those series where like if you've tried it and you didn't like it, I don't think Metro Exodus is going to change your tune.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it definitely seems like this one's a lot more open though. I don't know, something. The previous games never really quite clenched me, but this game, the new one in particular, is especially appealing to me. I don't know. It's the way they're going about it. It feels almost like gosh, what was that game? Was it Stalker?
Yeah, called Pripyat.
Yes, that's the kind of vibe it's giving me. Yeah,
I'm more worried for this game than I was coming into E3 because it looked pretty put together last year. Didn't they show this game last E3?
They did.
The first time.
Oh, you're
pretty
right.
Put together. Looked pretty strong, actually. If I remember, it might have been the PlayStation show where they showed it. Anyways, what I'm hearing now after seeing demos is that it's rough. The frame rate's bad. It has a lot of work to go and a long way to go. And so, yeah, not really having great confidence in the game. But those games are good, man. Metro 2033, Metro, what's it called? Redux? What's the one?
Metro
Redux,
Last Light.
Yeah.
Last Light. Yeah, those games are good. Very good games.
Right.
Tough too.
Let's see. Jump Force was announced, and I feel like Jack, you would be the most interested out of the three of us in that game.
I don't know anything about this game.
It's that anime crossover game. Quads on quads on quads.
Yeah, it's just absolutely like they showed the trailer and I was like, look, it's Naruto, and then I was like, oh, look, it's Luffy for One Piece. Like, there's Goku. No, it's like
Alex?
ultra super anime extravaganza game. We already got something like this before. It was called J-Stars Victory Versus.
Yeah.
It was released on PS3, Xbox 360, PS4, and Xbox One. Really interesting like crossover game with an interesting graphics style. They were going for like more of a photorealistic thing that was really kind of weird but kind of cool. But the gameplay wasn't really all that great or all that depthy or all that deep in that last game, so I don't know if I can really get hyped for this one.
Yeah, like I'm hyped for the idea, but I've always been hyped for the idea. There's never been a good enough game for me to be like, I'm in.
Right.
But
right.
It's one of those things where like you think about it and you're like, man, that would be cool if it were good.
Now, if they came out and it was like Arc System Works, Shonen Jump,
ooh, don't tickle me like
fighting
that.
game. I'm like, oh shit, that shit would get real. Then it's real,
dude. I'd pay for a NetherRealm anime crossover fighting game.
Oh my god, that'd be so ridiculous.
So Alex Navarro from Giant Bomb, he had a really funny quote coming out of that. He's like, "Why make the anime fight and not kiss?"
Oh my.
And I'm like, great question.
So, speaking of anime-esque Japanesey weeby stuff, they came out of fucking nowhere and were like, guys, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition coming out. I'm like, holy shit. Like,
bro,
what absolutely blindsided me. I didn't think in a million years they were going to, like, that game was ever going to see the light of day again. Like,
I'm surprised I want that so much.
I want it really bad, and here's why. Because originally we were supposed to get a PS3 definitive version when the original release came out, because the game was only out on 360 here in the US. But when they brought it over here to the US, there was a lot of cut content.
Like censorship kind of stuff?
I don't know. No, it wasn't censorship type stuff. It was kind of like how they did the international version of like Final Fantasy 12. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like how there was more content in that, and like rebalancing and like the job system and stuff like that was only in the Japanese version.
Right.
Same situation. Same type of thing. They were supposed to bring that over to the US for the PS3 version. Never happened.
Rip.
So that's what this is with upgraded graphics.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm hyped about that. And it's coming to Switch. To Switch.
That's gonna be the seller for me. So like the thing though for me is that like as cool as this is, I don't think I've beaten a Tales of game since like Tales of Graces, and I've bought more than I've beaten. It's just like there's something about Tales of games recently where it's just kind of like I kind of lose interest halfway through.
There's too many of them. Yeah, the market's kind of saturated. It's kind of like a Dynasty Warriors type things, right?
I mean, and there's definitely like ones that are better than others. I definitely think that the story is really what carries me through. I mean, the gameplay gets better and better the more you play, and that's kind of like what you have to pull through, and the story has to kind of carry you through like the first half of the game, I'd say. But once you hit about the halfway point, the gameplay hits its stride, which is a lot to ask of players, but I don't know. I really enjoy it.
That wolf was smoking a pipe. It was awesome.
Bong wolf.
That's all I have to say.
Bong wolf.
There are 3 games I want to bring up real quick, and they all are Gears of War games, guys. What did you think of that shit? 3 Gears of War games.
Oh my
God.
God.
What was it? Gears Pop or something like that?
The way they
Gears
revealed
Marco.
that game was fucking hilarious. So they showed the Gears symbol, and then the brawl broke open, and it was a pop vinyl version of Marcus Phoenix. And I just hear like everyone's cheering, and then it just collectively went quiet like crickets.
I'm not a big fan of those things. Do you guys own a lot of pop figures?
I have four of them. I have 4 of them.
I only get them like back when I subscribed to Loot Crate. That's the only time I've gotten them. I never go out of my way to be like, oh, that Pop Funko though.
Like, you're not waiting in line. Yeah, to get one.
I've had 2 of them gifted to me. They're like, people are like, yeah, you're a nerdy culture gamer person. You like these things, right? Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, sure.
Dude, after XCOM, Gears Tactics makes so much sense to me.
Gears Tactics actually looks dope.
Dude. Yeah. I was into that, so I don't have much to say because they showed a little bit, but it makes a lot of sense, and I'm kind of excited. And I'm equally excited and surprised, I should say, that fucking Gears 5 made some sense to me too, and it looked good. I thought it looked very good.
Yeah, Gears 5, like the way they're going about the story and stuff was really interesting. Following Kate Diaz, I think it was almost like they were taking a page out of PlayStation's playbook with the whole story-driven thing. I thought it was actually interesting. So I don't know if you guys knew this, but Gears 5 is the actual title of the game. It's not Gears of War 5. It's Gears 5.
Just
that's
Gears.
dumb.
Smart.
Yeah.
No, it's smart. That's what everyone's going to call it. Who cares?
Yeah. But I don't know. Game looked pretty decent. I don't know how it's going to play. I have a friend who's like deep into Gears of War. I'll probably hear his thoughts on it, gain it from there. But I want to talk about, guys, we got Skate 4.
No, we didn't. You lie.
We kind of got Skate 4. We got a game called Session where they showed a bit of like in-game. I think that's in-engine. I think.
Yeah, it looked like it.
But
it made skateboarding not look fun. It made it look like work.
I mean, that's what Skate did to it though. Like in Tony Hawk, you like press square and you do a kickflip. But like in Skate, you have to fucking like you're gonna learn how to flick the right stick in every which way to do specific flips.
Yeah, I never really actually got into the Skate games too much. Like
me neither.
Not because I didn't want to. I always heard really good things about them.
Dude, I was into Skate 2 and 3.
Oh, were you? Okay, good to know. I mean, I thought it was really cool. I just never got into it. I actually have a Skate game sitting on my shelf.
Dude,
that I got it for free a while back.
Pop it in right now. Live reaction. Let's go.
All right. It might take a while though because PS3s have to fucking install everything.
Yikes!
Lick that Switch cartridge.
Lick it for me.
Yeah, exactly. But the only thing I'm upset about is the Session game is an quote unquote exclusive. I mean, it's going to come to probably to PC, but
I hope so. But
I would hope so.
We don't even have a release date on it either, so I'm kind of like,
no, we don't.
Whatever. We can wait. I mean, I'm excited about it, but I'm also kind of like, if there's no release date, there's no point in getting excited right now, right?
That's true.
Speaking of excitement, can I bring up a game that I'm kind of hyper for than I should be? DMC 5, motherfuckers.
Dude, I'm
Devil
in.
May Cry.
That was next on my
list. Holy shit.
I'm in. That trailer was fucking badass. I need to play. I actually haven't played through the original trilogy. Hate me, I know.
Dude, also,
I don't hate you for it.
You need to play 4, actually, for 5.
Yeah, DMC, is that the one you're talking about by Team Ninja?
No. Devil May Cry 4, the one with
Devil May
Nero.
Cry 4 Special Edition. No, I've played through 4.
Okay,
Not
yeah,
the Special Edition.
Because Devil May Cry 5, that's Nero. That's the guy from 4 in it.
Yeah, Nero's. I actually really like Nero.
Yeah.
I think.
Which one is
Nero's
DMC, guys?
DMC is a spin-off. It's a spin-off.
Yeah, the reboot.
It's a
Is
spin-off.
that the 6th one?
Reboot. No, there is no number to it. It's just like it's a separate Devil May Cry game.
Okay, to me, that's my favorite one. That's
Fair.
the best one to me.
Yeah. Meanwhile, everyone's gonna hate Jack in the comments.
Yeah, right.
Really? Is that not a popular opinion?
Everyone
Are you serious?
fucking trashes that game, dude.
Wait a second. DMC.
We
on
had-
PC.
DMC.
We have had this conversation before. Yes, everyone loves Devil May Cry 3 over DMC, my dude.
Devil May Cry 3 is the guy
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry game.
America's saddest generation. That's all I have to say.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean Devil May Cry 5 though, badass. That was a badass trailer, especially with Dante
Yes.
coming in on his fucking motorcycle at the end.
Yeah.
That was
man.
fucking.
That's
sweet.
gonna be good. That's
It looks
20.
like so. Based on that trailer, it looks like to me that game is running on the RE engine.
Maybe.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Just the way the facial animations looked and everything. If you looked at, I think is it Lady? I don't know, the chick. I don't know who the
chick.
engineer chick.
The
I
chick.
don't-
That's
I
her
don't know.
name.
Come on,
There's-
broad.
That
There's
wasn't
Nero,
Lady
Dante, and the chick.
well, they didn't say. I don't know who she is.
No, I haven't played enough DMC to know yet.
No,
But anyway,
I'm
it
super
looked
fan
like
of
based on the way it was animated, because I've been playing Resident Evil 7 a little bit as of late. Like it looked like the RE engine to me. Anyway, wasn't expecting Dying Light 2, but damn, does it look good?
Yeah, that looks really good. Surprisingly so. Like, it kind of makes me want to buy Dying Light 1 and play that. But I might just wait.
Well, it sounds like from that guy who came out on stage and talked about it, right? The writer guy, his name's escaping me, but it sounds like it's going to turn into Detroit Become Human, but Dying Light. Like choices you make, like are going to affect things like way down the road. Like that's kind of crazy.
As someone who just beat Detroit Become Human, I'm into that.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Avallone, the dude who came on stage, hell of a writer. Dude, he wrote
Yes.
he did all the dialogue and the writing for Fallout New Vegas.
Nice.
Yeah, so
No,
I
he's
feel
got
like
a bit of a fan base. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Avalon's a hell of a writer, so I'm excited for that. And they're just putting a more human element on it, but they refine the free running controls. Definitely, Dying Light is one of the best zombie games I've ever played. It's a
never played
very
it.
fun game.
I kind of want to play the first one. I think Dying Light 2 is slated for 2019 release right now. Or
Yes,
no,
it is.
there is
Wait.
no release window actually.
No, you're right. You're right. I
There's
looked
no
at my
release
notes
window.
wrong.
Yeah.
It's not February 22nd.
Now, guys, I do want to bring up Forza Horizon 4. What do you guys think?
Why? Why would you bring that up? Who cares?
Because I care.
Why do you care?
Hey! I thought it looked neat. The graphics were really pretty.
Yo,
Did it look like, dude, car games have been looking good for literally maybe your whole lives.
Here's the thing. I played Forza Horizon 3. I know what I'm getting into. Forza Horizon 4 looks pretty freaking great, especially with the seasons thing. Like, that looks really nice.
Yeah, and it comes out in like less than 4 months.
October 2nd.
Don't get me wrong. If I get the Xbox One X, right, like I'm going to buy that game. Like that's one of the games you buy to show off in 4K.
I'm buying it on PC, either way.
Do you play with the wheel or the controller?
Controller. I'm not going to spend $200 on a game genre I don't play that often. I already did that with fighting games.
But if you're planning on playing Battlefield, it might be fun to have the wheel too for the vehicles.
Ooh, and to shoot people with. Ooh.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So
Drive
so
my first-person soldier.
How long, guys, are we going to start dancing around the elephant in the room? How long are we going to go before we start talking about the big one?
I think there's other stuff to talk about from Microsoft, dude. They acquired 5 studios. That's kind of big.
That's huge. That was actually the high, like one of the highlights of the conference for me.
Yeah.
So Phil Spencer comes out and talks about, like their initiative on, well, that was a pun, unintentionally, of like, going forth and really trying to back up their first party, because Phil Spencer announced that they picked up the Initiative Studio, which is a brand new Microsoft studio
in Santa
Undead
Monica.
Labs. Oh, that's
by the
what
way.
it was.
It's in Santa Monica, so expect God of War 2 to be an Xbox exclusive.
Right. Undead Labs, which does State of Decay, Playground Games, Ninja Theory, which Hellblade.
Yep.
That's the big one.
Huge.
That's the big surprise.
Ninja Theory is the huge one, and then Compulsion Games. But
Totally
yeah,
happy
Ninja Theory
for
is
you.
definitely huge, and it'll really help them out in the third person narrative driven department that Sony does so well.
One thing I want to point out too is that they acquired Playground Games, and they're known for Forza, right? But Phil Spencer, he said that like he wants to bring their experience in making open worlds to other new projects. Which
I heard aren't they making an RPG?
I don't know, maybe. But either way, that's like exciting to think
before.
like the experience they have in making open worlds for racing games is going to be applied to other stuff. Like that's going to be really cool for sure.
Yeah.
Look what they did, guys. Ninja Theory with such limited resources with Senua's Sacrifice. Imagine them with some sense of budget. Holy shit.
I mean that'd be them making DMC again or games of that caliber.
That'll be a great PC game that I play on PC only.
For sure.
Yeah, that I play on PC only.
And also in that announcement, they announced that We Happy Few's coming out August 10, which I'm excited about that.
Right.
Finally, like it's going to be a real game, hopefully, because it's kind of been disappointing since it's.
Are they getting rid of all the poor practices with the way they made that game launched?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I've already got the game, like, you know, in early access, so I'm going to get the final one, and I just want to see like if they make it actually a good story, because they have a good premise, but didn't quite pan out well in the early access.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. They just kind of blundered at the start when they went on early access.
Yeah.
Something real quick I want to talk about was kind of an interesting development, how they're using machine learning now to have you play your game so much faster. Do you guys remember that? Like Rapid Start or something like that?
Oh, the fast start thing for Xbox Game Pass.
That was weird.
That's kind of crazy. Like they know how you play games, so they know what bits and bytes to download first. That's kind of creepy.
What bits and bobs.
Yeah, that's just the world we live in nowadays, man.
They just know the stuff now.
One more thing I'd like to mention before we move on. KH3 showed up first in Xbox's conference.
Should we talk about it at the Square conference or no?
No, I mean, I just wanted to note that though, because I thought it was kind of crazy that, you know, a mainly PlayStation IP just showed up at, you know, Xbox's conference first before anyone else.
That was noteworthy for sure, and they were at like 3 conferences, I think.
Yeah, they showed very similar trailers for 2 of them. But okay,
they could have got rid of all that and give me Final Fantasy 7, but they never did.
Let's both sate Jack's need to talk about Cyberpunk 2077 while I simultaneously shit on his Wheaties.
Satiety. It doesn't matter, Robert. You were so objectively wrong about this game being good or bad. Dude, this is going to be a Cyberpunk Skyrim done by CD fucking Project Red. This is already a huge game.
Oh
so
my
you
god!
can be wrong if you want. It's fine.
Can I defend myself though? Well, first let's explain why it's
exciting. We can't say anything because there's no gameplay.
Well, so I will say today. So on Wednesday, June 13th, IGN watched a demo, like 45 minutes worth of gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077. It's going to be a first-person open-world RPG.
Yep.
Where you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can have one-night stands. You can build relationships with just about anyone in the game. Like everything I'm hearing about this game just sounds amazing.
You can upgrade all your body parts, like specifically any of your body parts, even your eyeballs. And when you're in combat situations or when you're in pre-combat situations, the dialogue choices you make can determine whether you have to fight as many dudes or if you don't even have to fight at all, et cetera, et cetera. Like it's very much The Witcher in terms of its choices, which is very cool. Yes. First person, like you said, when you're driving in a car, it can be third or first person, which is cool. And you get to make your own boy or girl. You get to make your character. You're not stuck
completely customizable. Yep.
Yeah, you're not stuck into being Geralt of Rivia. You're V, who can be male or female. So the reason I was very unimpressed and very disappointed at E3 at the conference was because I could give 2 shits about your CG trailer. Like I feel like we've seen enough of Cyberpunk where it's like you can.
It was an engine.
What are you talking about? Seen enough of Cyberpunk? Where are we seeing enough of Cyberpunk?
I mean, okay, and more so like the teasers they've released. Like I'm kind of sick of seeing like. How do you say like CG trailers, for example, right? Like I want to see what the game looks like. We're talking about video games. I want to see gameplay.
The trailer was in engine.
I thought that was in engine A, and I thought it was already kind of confirmed for next gen. So that's like the first next gen game we're seeing.
It's this gen, dude. PS4,
I could have
Xbox
sworn
One,
it was
PC.
next gen.
Confirmed for this gen.
Well, anyway, that trailer was an engine. It says in the trailer itself.
Okay. Right, and I that's cool that it's an engine, but that's not in gameplay. That's not what the game's going to look like with its HUD or anything, and that's what I want to see. Because seeing it in engine is fine and all, but that's just watching a simulation. What I want to see is what is your character going to be doing? What can I actually physically do in the game? Not, look at these cars.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Gonna see it.
Yeah, it's coming. But if it's not here,
it can still be okay to be excited for what's coming.
Right, and I'm just saying I'm not excited about it. What did excite me is I read Game Informer's, because they were also at that same thing that you mentioned with IGN, Colin. They wrote like a huge, lengthy essay about like the things you can do, and that's what got me excited, because that made me think this is what I will do when the controller is in my hand, when the keyboard and mouse is in my hands.
Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry. I'm just saying, dude, you're shitting on my Wheaties just because it's like, oh, you're not excited? You little bitch. Why aren't you excited?
Dude, you go straight to 11, don't you?
I do.
My God. Pills for this.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm saying the game looks good and I'm excited for it. And I will attest that I think personally, The Witcher 3 was one of the best games that entire generation. Had one of the best scores. I think that game's better than Zelda, to be honest with you. Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild?
Fight me about it.
I mean, I wouldn't fight that. I mean, they're two amazing games. I don't know. Everything I've heard about the gameplay looks great. I thought the trailer was awesome. I mean, yeah, we're probably going to have to wait a little bit longer to see gameplay ourselves, but I'm not too unhappy. I think everything about the game sounds great. I don't know. In CD Projekt Red, I trust, honestly, at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I trust them.
They earned enough cachet. They have enough cachet to assure a certain level of quality, with all of their releases.
Like, I trust them, but I'm waiting for actual gameplay to be seen. That's what'll get me going.
I mean, I think it's fair to temper expectations either way. I mean, it's being a smart consumer is being a smart consumer.
Right.
One of my favorite things that came out of that, though, was when CD Projekt Red was like, so let us go ahead and get a couple things out of the way. What was it? So microtransactions in a single player RPG? Are you serious? I was like,
I mean,
I was like, WB.
It wasn't even a question, honestly. It's like, come on, it's CDPR.
Overall, just my parting thoughts on Microsoft. Very strong showing. We'll talk about it later, but like one of the best of the big three, if not the best of the big three. For me, and I am cautiously, with a huge asterisk, optimistic about this, because as we've established, they've had great shows in the past and it hasn't exactly panned out. So I'm very optimistic, but at the same time, I'm gonna keep at arm's length here until I see more and I get my hands on some actual good gameplay.
Right. I mean, in the Xbox camp right now, it's not really a in the now thing. But I definitely feel like, and I know it kind of sucks, but I know at the beginning of the next generation is going to be a lot different than this one. I'm just saying that right now.
For sure.
Like, the PS4 is in, or the PS5 is in for a rude awakening if they underestimate what the next gen of Xbox is going to be.
It's definitely going to absolutely use Xbox One X tech. It's going to have the vapor chambers. It's going to have all that. It's going to have crazy fast RAM. They're going to make something above and beyond, head and shoulders over that. And so
and it's actually going to have games. It's going to have games. It's actually going to have games.
Ostensibly, they're shooting to set the benchmark again. They said that with Project Scarlet, the benchmark in console performance. So you know what? If they really want to like destroy Sony, you know what they should do? They'll never have the balls to do it, but fucking put Windows on it and mouse support and keyboard.
Yeah, that's true.
Just make a fucking PC, and they will win the world. They will win the world if that happens.
That's
but
true.
They won't.
Oh, that'd be huge. But, yeah.
Okay, so guys, there are like 8 other conferences.
Yeah, we got to get a move on here. We got the big one out of the way, though.
All right, Robert, it's on you, man. Drive this rudderless boat.
Let's start at EA. So they open up the show with Anthem holograms, fucking holograms of
fucking AR.
Yeah, of Anthem boys shooting up a giant stone beast thing, golem. I don't know. Which was very telling for what they were going to spend a majority of their show on. They went through Battlefield 5, cool. No loot boxes, no premium pass, but there are airdrops, which sound a lot like loot boxes, but totally aren't loot boxes because they're not called loot boxes, right?
All right, isn't it only cosmetics? Did I hear that wrong?
It's only cosmetics, yeah, but like Overwatch, it has loot boxes that are only cosmetic. You still
there was a big
word
or 2 words that they said, right, for multiplayer.
Royale with cheat.
Battle Royale, it's coming. It's everywhere.
It's coming, and everyone just collectively sighed.
Yeah, and here's the thing, though. They didn't even show gameplay. They didn't even discuss it. They were just like, it's coming, period.
Like in a matter of months, in like 4 months or 5 months.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Let's see. They went through FIFA to no fanfare. Which is a shame. It's World Cup, but it's still like, come on.
I mean, apparently the what was it, the Champions League or something like that? It was a big deal that they got that or something.
Yeah,
That's what I heard from
it's
soccer
cool
fans.
It's cool that they did that.
Yeah, happy for soccer fans, but I mean, please keep it out of my conference.
Colin, it's called called
0
football. Colin.
Yeah.
I can't summon the strength to give a shit. Sorry.
No.
EA has announced that they're going to have a streaming service called Origin Access Premier.
It's not just streaming, though. It's subscription based. You can download the games and play them.
Right. It's subscription streaming, and you can stream games to any of your devices. So far as they say, your desktop, your laptop, tablet, phone.
So it's $100 a year, which is not bad if you're looking at buying, 1.5 or 2 EA games.
Yeah.
But my question is, let's say you pay $100, right? And you lapse, so you lose access to all those games.
It's true. That's how subscriptions
so
work.
think about that way.
Yeah, but I mean, them and Microsoft both are trying to get ahead of the game in terms of these streaming services things, because that's what the direction they think that the industry thinks that we're really heading. So.
It's all headed there. Yeah.
I mean, that's what Yves Guillermo, Ubisoft CEO, said like a week or two ago. He was like, "Hey, the future of gaming isn't streaming. That's why we're investing." So like that's cool that like 2 companies are doing it. And in this premier streaming service from EA, you get access to every new game that's coming. So like Battlefield 5, Madden, which is coming to PC for the first time ever. Cool. Well, not ever.
Yeah, that's a big deal to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Madden 19 is coming to PC, so you'll get access to that in the streaming.
Robert, did you ever buy Madden with the story mode? You were kind of.
I saw it for like $15 recently, and I was still like, I can't be bothered.
You should get it for 10. I don't know. That story mode is good.
Yeah, but there are like so many other games I need to play.
I love it.
Let me see. Anthem's going to be coming to the streaming service. So yeah, I think it's like kind of worth, like if you're already going to buy Battlefield 5 and Anthem, you will save money just by like
and play them like 8 days early too, which is a pretty big deal.
And
that's cool.
So I'm in on that, guys. I'm buying the premium pass. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that streaming service is set to come this summer. So I guess keep an eye on that. We'll see what happens. Okay, can we talk about the most cringy interview I've seen in a long time?
Zampella?
Yeah, fucking
Vince Zampella, yes.
Andrea Renee just sitting in the crowd and like, LOL, look who I just randomly, totally, organically found in the middle of the crowd.
But he was not totally making it worse too. He was staring into the camera. Never stare into the camera if you're being interviewed. Never stare into the camera.
Andrea was like trying to make the best out of the situation, though. I mean,
like I don't want to knock her. She's cool. I like Andrea, but like, dude, that was not great.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is our new game. Can you tell us anything about it? No. It's set between episodes 3 and 4, but you're a guy in the thing.
Oh, so 3 and 4, that's good times. No, that's bad times.
Yeah. The idea, though, of Respawn doing a lightsaber game is exciting to me.
Yeah.
That is a really good pairing, so I am optimistic. I am a huge fan of Respawn. I love Titanfall. Titanfall 2, still one of the most underrated single-player campaigns of the generation, so I am looking forward to good things.
I've heard the campaign for Titanfall 2 is really good, so like hopefully they handle the story for a Star Wars game pretty well, but we'll have to see until holidays 2019 is what he said they're aiming for, which is like that's 2.5 years away. No, 1.5 years away. That's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, going off the Star Wars talk though too, that part where they Star Wars Battlefront 2, content stuff.
That was so sad.
Oh God, they came out and I'm like, here we go. And the only thing that they're like, yeah, so we just had we came out with Battlefront 2, and the fact of the matter is we just didn't get it right. And that's all.
Yeah, not get it right.
Yeah, they just didn't acknowledge the whole fucking fiasco. I mean,
how
granted,
about being the most.
The CEO or CFO, whoever it was, acknowledged it a little bit more later on in the conference. Like by it wasn't an apology. It wasn't a full-on acknowledgement, but he glossed over it.
We beat this horse to death for sure, but when you say we got some things wrong, like, no, you were literally the most downvoted comment on Reddit by like 100 times. Second place.
Yeah, like that was that was probably the most catastrophic PR nightmare in modern gaming history.
Yep, easily.
And it just, I don't know, man. That was like the way they approached it was like, we're sorry. We're sorry. Fucking like South Parky, like, we're sorry.
Yep, sitting in front of the fireplace.
Yeah, and then they just went straight into like, but we got Han Solo content coming from that great
Han Solo and General Grievous and Count Dooku and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Grievous. Yeah, prequel memes going crazy now with this shit. But let me say, all right, I'm not going to speak on this long, but we'll talk about it maybe some other time. But I did watch Solo, and it's not that bad. I kind of liked it.
Cool.
The end.
There it is. Unravel 2 though. It's out
now.
It's out. Fuck it.
I love that. I love when they do that shit.
Same. That was really great.
Yeah.
I kind of want to play it. That whole like 2-player co-op thing, and
Sounds
how,
fun.
like the two
Sounds
characters
like
are
a
attached.
good drunken night.
Oh,
right
it
there.
does. Drink every time you die.
Yep.
Who knows how far that'd get you?
What about Command and Conquer on mobile? Anything for you guys? That's an
Oh,
old
okay.
school.
I didn't want to talk about it
cringy.
just yet, but that fucking like only fucking EA would have people come on stage and play a mobile game in front of everyone. That kind of funny stream. They were like, "Well, time for a piss break." Everyone just fucking collectively got up and was just like, "Nah,
easily.
fuck this.
I
This is
fucking
terrible."
could not imagine being in the actual crowd there, just be like,
Everyone there was like checking their phones. Everyone's like, "Are you fucking
they-
kidding me,
are
dude?"
they setting up 2 chairs for people to play a mobile game against each other head to head? And the game itself looks all right. It looks like a decent toilet game, Command and Conquer Rivals, but like,
Yeah, honestly, it
Conkle.
would have held more weight.
Conkle.
Not that there was any to be had, but it would have held more weight if they said it was Command and Conquer to begin with.
yeah,
Because Command
right?
and Conquer has some weight to it as a franchise.
But they didn't even say the name of the game until the end. They were just like, and
No.
that was Command and Cuckold Rivals. So cold. So it's just like, oh, all right, now I get it. That's a little better, but like,
Oh my god,
dude,
I
I don't know.
I was bored to tears.
yeah, it was like probably one of the like not the cringiest part of E3 for sure, but it was up there.
It was up there. Let me ask you though. Speaking on the opposite end of the spectrum, we haven't talked about it yet. Sea of Solitude, guys.
I'm in. That looks
Looks
cool.
That
dope.
game looks cool. That
Looks
game looks
dope.
actually cool. It was the highlight, one of the highlights of that entire press conference. For
Yeah.
me. Yeah, man. Games are art. Games are art.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one
I
of
don't
those
know if
games.
That developer was really like she was really shaky on stage, but I kind of appreciated it too because that's the thing though because watching an EA conference, like I expect very, very PR friendly language. You know, I expect a lot of suit talk and you know what I mean, very formal. And the fact that they're getting the one thing that I'll say about EA is I respect that they're doing this EA Originals thing with these indie games because it actually gives a human element to EA as a company.
Now for our human portion of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with
our
it.
androids are powered down now. Yeah, we're gonna bring the real people out. But Sea of Solitude overall, I am excited for. I'm intrigued. We'll put it that way. We'll wait for reviews, but it's on my radar now. Whereas I didn't know about it. And what did I say? Like EA is good for one strong indie showing every E3.
That's
it's
true.
like an initiative of theirs. Like every year they have one strong indie weird. What the fuck is this kind of thing? And this is it for 2018.
Yeah, that game is slated for early 2019 too, so keep an eye out for that. That's going to be like cool, I think. I mean, it'll just be interesting to follow it, see where it goes.
Did you guys say everything, your piece about Anthem, or is there any last thoughts?
I do want to. Can we just talk again about how EA thinks Madden is an esport? And how
God, that whole segment was so fucking cringy. We're gonna show you this highlight
That
reel of
sucks,
this
yeah.
dude who's a really fucking huge douche, breaking controllers and getting really pissed off that he lost to Madden.
And he makes millions of dollars.
Can we also talk about how I don't know if either of you watch football, but one of the wide receivers from the Steelers came out on stage with like a scrawny 18-year-old just graduated high school kid who's the winner of whatever tournament or whatever they did. And do you remember the part where he just was like they were talking smack to each other? And then the wide receiver just walked up to him and took the belt from him. And the kid was like, "What the fuck? I literally can't do anything about this. Like, I physically am unable to fight this."
Yeah, I don't fucking like this. That whole segment was so fucking weird. I'm like, dude, EA, why are you doing this? Why?
It was pretty bad.
There were
The
so many
whole-
better ways to promote this game if you had to do it, and that's not the way.
This brings me to the whole overall impression I had of EA. It was definitely the most quote unquote old school of the presentations that I remember. It was just like same old cookie cutter boilerplate. This is what EA does, and it's very weirdly paced. And why would you think that we want to sit down for half an hour and talk to 4 people about Anthem? Show us the fucking game. Like, it was just really bad. It was just.
I mean, there was
really cringy.
like aside from Unravel 2 and Sea of Solitude, there was not really anything to look forward to aside from Anthem. I mean, I can't believe they're still keeping NBA Live going. Like,
Same.
How is
2K
that a
just
thing?
blows
Yeah.
it out of the fucking water every year.
Can we talk about how for NBA it was literally just a trailer? It was like Sea of Solitude ended, they showed that trailer, and they just went right into Madden. And
Well, they're like,
it was
the
like
commentary I was
a
watching
little.
was kind of funny. They were like, Sea of Solitude, it's all about loneliness and those feelings that you get, and like that really human element that just makes you turn into a monster. And then they're like, but then we got basketball.
Yes. I don't know. To me, it just felt like that was a checkbox. They needed, like, even EA is
Right,
kind of
right.
coming off now that they're like, well, NBA, tick.
Yeah.
Fuck, we got to include it. Shit.
But all right, guys, let's talk Anthem.
I don't have
Thoughts,
much to
feelings?
say. It's Destiny, but it looks better. Done.
I like how you can fly and walk and swim like all in one fell swoop.
True.
That's interesting. I saw some pop in, which I guess is to be expected, but I want to see that game perform on PC. You know, I think that this is kind of a nervous time to be at what are they called, guys? BioWare. Because this is kind of like make or break. They've had too many failures or not enough. They're not making enough money. So if this game tanks, this could be a real bad sign for BioWare overall.
They can't afford to shit the bed on this game. And
the game is being heavily developed in Austin too, which is an
it
office
has.
not
I
too
mean,
far
yeah,
from my
that
place.
game, they're getting out fucking fast, dude. If it's coming out in February, right?
Yeah, so that gives them what,
They're
like
crunching.
8 months?
Yeah, dude, I feel like it's hell and high water over there at BioWare. I would not want to be there right now.
Like, keep in mind, it's got to go gold by like December, January for them to make enough
that's
copies,
scary. That's
so.
scary, dude. I don't know. That's something. Just this whole situation kind of scares me.
There's some cool things going on there though. It's like Gauntlet with robots, and I like the class-based characters. I want to see the customization. I want to see the late game, end game stuff. Here's what they need to do. The opposite of what Destiny 2 did. They have to have an end game. They have to have something for people to really bite into and stick with. They need like gamer retention is a big buzzword going around the industry now. Like they need to get players and keep them.
Yeah, dailies of some kind, or basically like take a page from Diablo's book. Basically, Diablo has a magnificent end game, so that's kind of where they need to look. What I kind of find interesting about Anthem is when I was looking at that gameplay, there were bits and pieces of it that kind of reminded me of Mass Effect Andromeda's combat, where I feel like they kind of maybe copy pasted some of the code from that or some of the animations from that, and like,
really?
I'm okay with that though, because that was the best part of Andromeda, the combat. It was like magnificent. So if that comes over to Anthem, I'm more than on board. Especially since they said so there's like 4 javelins, right? Like 4 exosuits. You can change between them whenever you want. Which to me is them saying like, yeah, you don't need 3 separate characters like in Destiny. You can just like level up your character and then like put them in whichever suit you want. Which like that's cool. That's really cool.
I mean, the game has potential. Like I could see some like good fun nights potentially with that game doing raids or whatever. It seems like a game I could get into more so than Destiny. But right now for me, it's a wait for review game, not a day one at all.
I want to see more of it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, but I don't want to see any more of EA right now.
Nope.
What I want to see more of from us is Bethesda.
Let's go, boy.
Dude, the conference was so... Oh, man. I'm so...
Are you guys
so
ready
fucking
to get the party started? Let's get the party started. We'll party all night.
Hard. Yeah.
Okay, so Bethesda opened up with their classic, we're humans too. We may be game developers, but we also like other hobbies like yoga and sports.
I kind of like that, though. I'm not going to lie. I kind of liked it.
See, I liked it the first time they did it, but this is like the 4th time they did it.
It was like an HR recruiting video.
Yeah, it was like, come work at Bethesda. We're nice.
Yeah,
but I'd work there,
it was a
though.
little strange.
Bethesda, hire me.
Bethesda, please.
Hey, man, their office is right up the highway, dude. I pass it every time I go to Best Buy.
I know, you bastard.
Hey, Pete Hines, I know you're listening. Just email me.
Kind of funny, called Pete Hines 10 minutes before the fucking conference started.
I'm going to make you own that statement, Robert. You know Pete Hines is listening right now.
I know for a fact.
All right. Hey, fair enough. Heard it here first,
dude.
Guys.
So Bethesda, though, man. So Andrew WK rocks the fuck out on stage. It was a little awkward, like because everyone in the audience was pretty stone faced about it.
Can I give my theory here as to why that even happened? Was because he has a song in the game, Rage 2, right?
Yeah.
But also Canadian Walmart shit the bed on Rage 2, and they were probably planning on showing the trailer for Rage 2 instead, but like, fuck, we need something that's 3 minutes long now. Fucking Andrew WK can perform live. That's kind of my theory, is that they were going to show the trailer there.
I wish they didn't, though. It kind of went on too long, for sure. And I mean, I'll agree, yeah, it was probably that, because I remember Pete, when he came on, he was like, and thanks to Walmart for announcing everything early for us.
Our friends at Walmart Canada.
Yeah,
I'm so glad he
called them out.
I'm so glad he did that.
Yeah, I mean, Pete's the man. Pete's cool.
Dude, that was a common theme this conference that I really appreciated, which is self-awareness.
Yeah, Pete, you hear that? I think you're a cool guy. You're great.
Yeah, and also, I would also like to acknowledge how it was a really interesting stage setup too. It was like a 360 arena setup.
Yeah. Kind of Def Leppard-y.
people on both sides. They had screens on both sides. And like it was kind of cool though, because I had the people like closer to the action, and you can see fucking Danny O'Dwyer and Adam Boyes and many of the camera angles in the background, fucking making fun of the guy that was presenting. It was great.
Yeah, I was into that.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rage 2. I mean, it looks like the gameplay they showed. It looks like more of the same. You know, more of what I expect.
I mean, I was into it. I didn't play much of Rage. If Rage is like that, maybe I need to go back. I didn't understand Rage to be that good
is
game.
it's not a bad game, but it's just not great. It's worth playing on a sale.
Yeah,
but Rage 2 looks awesome.
Like Rage 2 looks way more colorful and vibrant than Rage 1. Rage 1's very brown.
What I thought, guys, was Bulletstorm. That's what I was reminded of when I saw this.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And the fact that
I like
Avalanche,
the shit out of Bulletstorm.
Yeah, me too. And the fact that Avalanche is developing this, like, I'm way more into Rage 2 than I thought I ever could be. So I guess that's a good sign.
And like by watching that trailer, like it looked like there was a lot of shit going on. Like your weapon, the gun in your hand can be very customized. There are like all kinds of grenades. There are kind of powers, kind of like in Borderlands, and you can fucking ground pound. Like it looks like it basically is first person shooter, but here's all of these things at your arsenal and go just do it.
Yeah.
Have fun.
And you know the shooting's gonna feel good because id's behind it. So
Yeah. Oh, and it even has the wing blade, the wing boomerang thing.
yeah, that thing's sweet. That thing's really satisfying to use.
So yeah, like spring 2019, yo, I'm waiting.
Yeah, and then we went through some Elder Scrolls Legend stuff, some Elder Scrolls Online stuff, Quake Champion stuff, blah 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 blah.
Okay, but
Prey
Doom.
stuff was pretty cool.
Wait, hold Doom.
Did I skip Doom?
Doom
Shit, I did skip Doom.
Eternal.
We cannot
Doom
skip
Eternal.
Doom.
Yes.
It's Eternal now.
I was very, very, very happy to see this. And of course, it's to be expected. Of course, they're going to have a sequel to Doom. That was such a great game. Like, you have there's story to go on there, and I am excited.
Yeah, and Nick Gordon on that
Eternal.
soundtrack again, boy.
I know.
Is
dude,
that confirmed?
It's confirmed.
I don't know.
Didn't you hear it?
You can hear it, but
It was Mick Gordon as all hell. But can I just say, look, they confirmed like 3 things that they said out loud, and I'm like, dude, I'm in. I'm more in than I could be. 1, double the number of demons, like the kinds of demons.
Cool. Okay, not just like they put twice as many in there.
Yeah, no, it's not that they put twice as many.
There's
No,
probably that too. But.
Well, yeah, there's probably that, but also just like there are twice as many unique kinds of demons. That's cool.
It's Serious Sam now.
Yeah.
Fucking
2,
A.
they were like, we hear that you want to make the Doom guy more powerful, so we made him really, really powerful. And I'm like, okay, I'm in. If he feels stronger than the first game, I'm fucking in, dude.
Predator Armor 2.
Then he's like, what was his name? Hugo. He's like, you guys wanted hell on earth. You got hell on earth.
That's the third thing for me. He said hell on earth, and I'm like, dude, yeah,
Ooh.
I'm in. I'm so in. That's gonna be so good.
Sweet, dude. I'm very excited. That is going to be a day one purchase for me. They've earned it.
Yeah. So they didn't release a release date or anything. They said that they're gonna officially debut it, even though they debuted it already. It's gonna be at QuakeCon in August. So keep an eye out. Like 2 months.
Yeah. I was thinking about going to that guy's that's right up the highway.
Dude, go.
Dallas is right there. I was thinking
Do
about
it.
Go.
Do it.
Maybe.
Right now.
Maybe.
We'll
Just
go
for
right
Doom
now.
Eternal. No, I'm going to wait for Doom Eternal to be there.
Just camp out for 2 months. You'll be fine.
No, bad.
Okay. Yeah, they released some Prey stuff, like Colin said. That's cool if you're into Prey. I've heard good things. Someone that I work with, like they've been playing it, say it's all right. The DLC.
They're supporting that game way beyond where I thought they would.
Same.
Yeah, I
It's
respect
kind of
that.
impressive. It's kind of impressive.
Can I say I was very, very happy because like the DLC is basically a roguelike, like it's randomly generated dungeon that you go through and you restart every time you die. And I love that they played You Spin Me Right Round.
Oh yeah.
I was
good.
into it.
That was good.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein appeared surprisingly. I kind of didn't expect it.
I was kind of thrown off by the logo at first. I thought I was like, is that a W3 as in Wolfenstein 3 already? I was like, shit.
This isn't a sequel, right? This isn't Wolf 3.
No, this
This
is
is like a
Wolfen-
side story.
Yeah, Wolfenstein Young Blood. I don't know if they're planning to make it like a standalone like $30 experience or if it's going to be a full on like whole AAA $60.
No. It's gonna be like how the Old Blood was for the first game.
Yeah.
okay.
It's a play on that.
Yeah. See the Old Blood, the Young Blood.
Because after the end of Wolf 2, I still am very, very much looking forward to Wolf 3. Like, they have to have a proper... We got to fight Mecha Hitler. Come on.
For sure. They also showed that like Wolf Cyberpilot. Well, they didn't show it, but they talked about it, like that VR Wolfenstein game.
Yeah, so I'm actually pretty stoked. They're making Wolfenstein VR and Prey VR, and I'm sure that at least one of them is going to be on PSVR. So I'm stoked about that, actually.
Yeah. So I mean, and just Pete reiterated the whole "fuck Nazis" thing, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm so
dude,
happy. Good.
I love that they
yeah.
fucking held their ground on that. They're like,
That's so
like,
weird.
oh
that
yeah,
you have
their
to
ongoing fight to say "fuck Nazis." He just had to enunciate that to make sure people in the back heard it. I fucking love it because all those people gave so much shit.
Yeah, it's just official on-brand marketing to say that.
Bethesda,
funny, and
fuck Nazis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But love it. Fallout 76, boys.
Okay, yeah. So wait, hold on. Can I set the scene real quick? So Pete was like, okay, we got him out of his dungeon. We have Todd Howard here. We have God himself. God Howard is here. And Todd walks on stage and he gives us a fucking tight 5 that he's been working on for who knows how long about the history of E3. Where he's like, remember back when it was going through its emo phase? It was all locked in its doors.
That was so good.
Like, it was good, hilarious. But I'm also like, dude, is this a comedy club? Is that what E3 is to you now? Is this an open mic?
He was testing his fucking stand-up material for sure. But I will say, dude, let me tell you, Todd Howard has he's like a swagger about him. That motherfucker came on stage like a goddamn rock star.
It's like well deserved, right?
Yeah.
Like his games are celebrated.
Yeah, dude, he just came on stage like he owned it. It was awesome. But yeah, that was a little weird, like the whole like E3 thing, but I kind of appreciated it. I was like, and because it's like when Todd Howard's on stage, it's like he's having a fireside chat with you.
A little bit,
you know what I mean? He's like, let's talk about some games, guys. How about and then he's like, Fallout 76 gave us all the details about Fallout 76. A lot of people are super pissed off because it's all online.
Yeah. And, okay. Yeah. So can we have a discussion here about Fallout 76? So like 4 times the size of Fallout 4 for the map, right? Online only, no solo, and in any server there's going to be dozens of players, and you're supposed to like build shit with
24 to 32 to be exact.
Okay, and then you're supposed to build shit a la like Fallout 4's camp building mechanic. And then you can like launch nukes if you collect all the good boy points, and you go into a bunker and you launch a nuke anywhere on the map.
So crazy.
How are you guys feeling about it?
So I don't know. It's one of those things right now where like a lot of people are shitting on it. I'm not prepared to just completely shit on it yet. There's a couple things I'm skeptical about. It is like Bethesda's first time, like their first party studio doing a multiplayer game like this. And actually, if you guys get the chance, NoClip released a documentary about the making of Fallout 76 today, which actually divulged quite a few details.
Nice.
Yeah, it's about 40 minutes long. Good stuff.
Cool.
But I will say, so you get 24 to 32 players on this big world map. They actually pop up on your map and stuff like that. I'm worried about the idea of like as it's kind of it was a buzzword during this part of the presentation, griefing, like where the possibility that someone can just come in and just fucking steamroll your settlement, you know what I mean, and then you have to start over, or like spawn killing and stuff like that. And all they've really said is like we're making workarounds to get away from that. Yeah, that's basically that there's certain as Todd Howard said in the documentary, he said like there's certain levers in place to keep that from happening, apparently, is what he said. He didn't give any exact details from what I recall.
For me, I'm very much wait and see on this.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like I want to see how well it works. Like it's still a Fallout game. Like I still feel like I'm gonna enjoy it. But I just don't know how much compared to the other games. There's still gonna be quests allegedly. I also learned an interesting detail about how like there actually is going to be humanoid NPCs, believe it or not. So the way they're working around it lore-wise is there's going to be sentient ghouls essentially called Scorchers. And they're going to be like basically people that are ghouls but haven't turned feral. Yeah, that never never went into the vault.
Hasn't that happened before? Ghouls that are not feral?
Yeah, but they're like a faction now. They're called the Scorchers. I don't know, but I don't know if there's like a major difference there, as opposed to the other, the ghouls that we've seen in the past. That's just what I saw from the documentary. But yeah, skeptical, but still kind of excited for this game.
What I'm worried about is like when I first saw all of that, I was kind of like, that's exciting. That looks like it'd be fun. Like get a group of people and romp around in the wasteland. It'd be cool, right? In West Virginia.
Co-op, yeah.
But then I thought like that sounds like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Oh, how dare you speak that evil? Sea of Thieves is a bad game.
Well, yeah, with how open-ended it sounds.
Right, but that's the thing is like it just kind of sounds like, I mean, sure, maybe Fallout 76 is going to have more quests than Sea of Thieves, but by the end of the day, I feel like it's just you roaming around making your own fun, not the game itself being fun and you're enjoying it with your friends.
See, the way I understood it was that you could choose to play it single player, and it's going to be like any other Fallout game.
No, so it's going to be, it's always online. There's no such thing as playing offline by yourself.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I thought there were single player components there were quests and stuff you could do yourself.
I mean, yes,
you can play solo, but there's still going to be people in your game.
Yeah, you'll still run into other people online.
It's like Dark Souls,
they can still come kill you and shit, but it's not like they just summon into your world. They're living in your world.
No, I get it. It's interesting.
So yeah, it's a wait and see thing for me right now. I think I'm gonna know when it gets a little bit closer whether or not I'm really gonna buy it. It might still be day one. I'm not entirely sure. I am a pretty big Fallout fan. So
that I'm looking for. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, just gonna say they're gonna have a beta, and it officially comes out November 14th. So I mean, you don't even have to wait that long to find out if you're gonna like it.
Right.
No.
Yeah. So it is like their one big game coming out this year. So
yes.
The thing I'm excited about is I'm in the market for a new phone soon, and you have the S9, I think, Colin, and I think Robert, you have a pretty modern phone now too, right? You got the S8 Plus. So dudes, Elder Scrolls Blades. I was pleasantly surprised by that.
I actually think it's pretty cool. It has potential. I'm just afraid that it's going to have a lot of mobile game tropes. But it was what changed my mind a little bit was the fact that like, yeah, it is a mobile game, but it's going to be, we're actually going to bring it to consoles and we're going to bring it to fucking VR, and there's cross-platform play, which
and
is
PC. Awesome.
Yeah,
and PC.
It's a thing. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm intrigued by this, and the fact that it's running that well on phones, like, that could be a real cool thing.
It's allegedly supposed to run all the way back to like an iPhone 5, if I remember reading the specs right, which I'm like skeptical on that. Like that doesn't seem feasible, but hey, you know? Like if you could run Infinity Blade on those machines way back in the day, maybe you can run
Infinity
Blades.
Blade was the shit.
Yeah. So that's all I don't have too much more to say about that, but it's on my radar now.
Yeah, fall 2018, by the way. So that's also a big game coming out this year.
And the beta's out now, right? On Android, I think.
I think you have to sign up.
Okay.
Yeah, you do have to sign up for the beta. On a side note, though, it's worth noting that Fallout Shelter is just hit Switch and PS4 as well.
Cool. I mean, I'm cool. I guess I did just download it for my Switch. Haven't booted it yet, and I'm also kind of like, I don't know if I care to.
Fun game. Fun game.
Yeah.
I think there was only really like 2 big tentpole games other than that we should talk about.
Yeah, there are 2 big ones left. They teased Starfield, the space galactic cousin of Carfield. He also hates Mondays.
No, not
but
that at all.
He likes space lasagna.
Spaceless.
Anyway,
Starfield was.
They
showed a trailer.
Is this going to be Elder Scrolls in space? Because that sounds crazy.
It's going to be.
Is this going to be No Man's Sky but good?
I don't know if it's going to go that far.
No, well, so based on, they touched on it a little bit on the documentary I mentioned earlier, because Danny O'Dwyer was like, yeah, don't worry, we asked him about Starfield at the end. So basically, as Todd Howard put it, I think he might have said it in the conference too, but it's a game that they wanted to make for a very long time.
Yep.
Apparently, like, if they had not acquired like the Fallout series, that this was the game that they were probably going to be working on had they not come into Fallout. But this is going to be Bethesda's most ambitious game they've ever created. They're doing things that they've never ever done before with this game, like in either of their series. Yeah, and it's their first original IP in 25 years. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, just what I've heard about the game seems hype. The trailer was cool. I mean, obviously we don't know shit about it. They're keeping it that way, and this is a next gen game, as Todd Howard said. So it's going to be a long time. Yeah,
don't expect it till like 2020, 2021.
Yeah, we have nothing really else to say about it.
Yeah, that's why it's hard for me to be excited about it. Like, it's cool to know that it's happening, but like, who knows?
Yeah,
it's exciting to know what direction they're going, I guess.
Yeah, going up into space.
We can stop speculating.
The final bit, the most exciting part of the conference for me personally.
Really?
The very last thing they showed, Skyrim Very Special Edition for your Alexa. Dude, I'm so love that. That looks great.
It was funny.
Yeah,
the fact that it's real.
Yeah, it's a real
is
thing.
The best part.
I could get it on my fucking Echo right now if I wanted.
Oh, is it out now?
It is, yeah. But I mean, I'm also kind of like, that sounds like a fun joke to do for like a minute, and that's about it.
But it's an actual game they charge money for.
No,
No,
free.
it's free.
Free download.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that was such a good little trailer. I loved
Legit
it.
though, seriously, think about it this way. Like, no joke. Like, all jokes aside, if you're blind, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
I'd wonder how far in depth it'd go. I can't imagine it's like actually playing the entirety of Skyrim.
Yeah. I can't imagine that
I
either.
don't know.
But woo.
Yeah.
Dude, I just love like that whole segment with Keegan Michael Key was fucking great. Like, it's self-awareness, man. It's so good. They like Bethesda knows how much of a fucking meme they are, and it's great.
Yeah, can we talk about how Todd is just like, I've read that our game has a lot of bugs. I've read it on the internet, so it's got to be true.
Yeah, so he's like, so maybe it doesn't just work.
Yeah, maybe it just doesn't work. Dude, it's so great.
Yeah, they're pretty self-aware.
Okay, but for real, they ended the show with like a 10-15 second shot of like a drone flying over a landscape, basically is what the shot is, and then just on the horizon, The Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, like the worst kept secret. Of course, you know that they're working on this, and that's awesome, and I commend them for that. But like, was anyone surprised? Like, of course they're working on that. It's just like, okay, they finally came out and admitted it. Like,
right,
yeah.
and it's actually Elder Scrolls 6. So, what I heard from other interviews from Todd Howard. So, Starfield is playable right now, in production and playable at Bethesda right now. Elder Scrolls 6 is in pre-pro.
Yeah,
dude, it's playable now. That's way further along than I thought, but it's not coming out until 2020.
Right. Yeah. But they already got to a point that it's playable. So
cool. Wow.
That's what's exciting to me about Elder Scrolls 6 is that I've always said they need to create a new engine. And from the sounds of it, they might use Starfield's engine for Skyrim 2, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's probably
I think it is a whole new engine from what I understand.
But it needs to be. It needs to be. That engine is old.
Yeah, but I mean, like, think about it, dude. It's going to be more than a decade between Elder Scrolls 5 and Elder Scrolls 6. Probably.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Please look forward to it. So much more to cover.
Please be excited.
Whatever. It's been 13 years since Kingdom Hearts 2, motherfuckers.
Okay, I wanna talk a little bit about Devolver, because that right after Bethesda, we jump straight into Devolver.
Still the best.
I love them. I love Nina Struthers so much.
That's her name. That's funny.
That's her name.
It's her character's name or the actress?
The actress.
Okay,
what the fuck did you say? It's Jif.
It's Jif. What'd you say?
Yeah, it was great.
Him.
It was great.
No, another
Austin developer,
Yeah.
Publisher.
No, I mean, it was full of such good content. Loot box coin, which is a legitimate thing you could have bought until it sold out like 2 days ago. And
oh my God.
Price did actually fluctuate, so probably every person who bought it for a different price, which is
That's
extra,
amazing.
right? It's so good. And I fucking loved, because this part reminded me of you two so much. Where Nina was like, you all love nostalgia and I don't fucking understand why. So we made the Devolver Digital Entertainment System classic.
So we know which one of the three of us. We know which one of the three of us.
Dreamcast with Metal Wolf. This is an Xbox. This isn't even a Dreamcast game. It is a CDR.
It's a repainted Dreamcast.
I was gonna say that we know now which of the three of us had the sad childhood.
Same.
Continue, please. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, and then they're like, okay, well, like, you know this fucking meme of a game we were just talking about? By the way, Metal Wolf fucking XD coming to modern consoles, the 2004 meme of a fucking Japanese mech game where you are the president of the United States in a mech is coming to modern consoles with original graphics. I'm like, fuck, yes! Like,
and I think they're doing the old voice acting too, which is key.
Oh yeah. Like I'm fucking like I'm so gonna play this game. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's like Resident Evil 1 levels of acting.
Oh, I'm awesome.
Can we also talk about My Friend Pedro? That game looks like it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, bananas.
Yeah, it's like that 2D side scrolling, like kind of Max Payne-y, Hotline Miami kind of game.
It's got Switch written all over it.
Oh yeah. I'm excited. Switch and PC 2019. Get hype.
Yep.
Even I've been seeing GIFs of that on Twitter for like the past year, so who knows how long it's been in production. And the conference ends with Nina fucking dying, and then they rebuild her RoboCop style. That was so good. It's like tune in next year.
They were totally evoking Verhoeven there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. Let's see. After that was Microsoft, which we already spent half of the show on. So let's go on to Monday, where there were 4 fucking conferences on Monday, dude.
How are we gonna do this, guys? I'm already getting tired.
We're just gonna have to, buck up, nut up.
All right, what are we on to right now?
Square Enix. That should be quick. Nothing happened.
Shit, they didn't show shit. It
Really?
was shit they like everyone knew about.
There are only a few things of interest. Okay, one, Babylon's Fall. Platinum's developing a new game. That's always exciting because it's Platinum games and they're really good.
Yeah, but they didn't show shit from the game. It was just a teaser trailer.
Yeah, it was just like a bunch of CG people in armor. They reiterated Octopath Traveler is happening. Everyone who's excited about it already knows it. It's
coming out this month, right?
Yeah, next month. Okay, so
the demo's this month.
Almost everyone who's excited about it knows about it.
The demo is this month, and it's like basically the game, and you can
and then it
progress, like you'd save
over.
your progression. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
They talked a bit more about Just Cause 4. Honestly, I'm a little excited for that. The whole like tornadoes and blizzards and sandstorms and all that. That looks cool.
I'll give them one more shot because they kind of failed me with Just Cause 3. Not a great game, but I am looking forward to Just Cause 4. I will give them one more shot here to prove that they haven't peaked already.
Can we talk about how this game basically has Fulton balloons from Metal Gear Solid 5 too, where you can like attach balloons to cars and then rocket car them? It's great.
Yes.
They showed a little trailer that started in live action, and then as the camera panned up along the sleeves of a dude, it went into like video game graphics. And it's this game
that's
called
some shit you see back in like 2004.
Yeah, that's like from Gamer the movie kind of shit. So, The Quiet Man.
Yeah,
deaf guy that kicks ass. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not sold on it, but I don't know anything about it.
I think it's supposed to be a $30 experience. It's supposed to be cheaper. It's not supposed to be a full.
I heard it was supposed to be half live action and then like half in game like CG.
Because that goes well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man, this reminds me of the Sega CD days back in the 90s.
I know, right?
We'll see.
Snatcher shit going on.
Was there nothing about Hitman?
No, that was in the PC gaming show, actually.
No, well, because Hitman is WB now. It's not. They're not with Square Enix anymore.
That's right. That's right. Okay, what was there though that looked real good, guys? Dragon Quest 11.
Dragon Quest 11.
See
the music.
Amazing.
See, to me, Robert? It was like it looks good, but it just looks JRPG as fuck. Like it looks,
but it looked good. It like the tech of it behind it looked is the best looking Dragon Quest I've ever seen.
I'm getting Dragon Quest 11.
I'm getting the game for sure. Yeah. But like the trailer didn't do anything new for me. It was just like, yeah, Dragon Quest 11. I'm getting that.
And it's gonna be a PC. Yeah. It's gonna be a PC.
Yep. Also, the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer was the same one that showed the Microsoft conference with a handful of new scenes peppered in,
which I hated. Really I hated that. That's really so stupid. Never do that. And also, this E3 made me realize that I have been waiting for the sequel to a video game that is 13 years old right now, and I have seen so many trailers of it. I feel like the first trailer was like 4 years ago, and that looked like solid gameplay, and it's still in the oven.
They're kind of the creed. Kingdom Hearts 3 is the creed of modern rock radio now. It's like played the fuck out. It's like I'm over it. Like I've seen way too much shit. Let me just play it already.
So I'll tell you guys this. So I was reading an article today. The reason why they pushed it back to the January release date was actually because of how packed and saturated the market is the rest of the year. Like, that is their thinking behind it. Nomura said it himself.
See, that's fine and all, but I feel like if there were any game to have the balls big enough to say we're coming out on the same day as Red Dead Redemption 2, it's Kingdom Hearts 3.
What was the release date again for
January 29th?
So not even this holiday season. Dude, no, Q1 of next year is going to be as crazy as Q1 was of 2015. Maybe even crazier.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, the beginning of next year. The first 2 months of next year is just nuts right now.
That's where everything's coming out. It's like, wow. I have no words.
But also, it's just, I'm excited. I'm going to buy it day one.
Oh,
going to play the shit out of it. But I don't know. I guess it's not an entirely dumb move, but they basically said the game's done though. Like the game is done.
Yeah, like what I find fun, right? What I think of a lot while I go to bed at night, touching myself.
Whoa. Child family show.
I'm kidding. Yeah, family show, sure.
I'm kidding too. We're not a family show.
Okay, so here's the thing. Trailers, right? For games especially, they usually don't show you everything, unlike the movie industry. So the fact that we've seen basically an hour's worth of trailers from Kingdom Hearts 3 has me so excited for like, there's got to be so much shit in this game.
Oh, yeah. We haven't even seen the Big Hero 6 world yet.
Yeah.
One thing you could see is, or one thing you can always count on this E3 across all the press conferences is that there's going to be a Kingdom Hearts trailer in this show, and there's also going to be some sort of ship-on-ship combat. Oh shit, there's Kingdom Hearts 3 and ship-on-ship combat in the same trailer. Brain explodes.
Pirates.
Fuck though, that Pirates of the Caribbean world looked amazing.
That looked way like. I'll be honest. The Pirates world in Kingdom Hearts 2 really sucked. It wasn't great.
Oh yeah, it wasn't very good. No.
Yeah. It was cool. Did you guys happen to see ProZD's video on the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer?
I missed it. No.
Oh, it's so good because it's pretty accurate, right? Because it's like casual versus diehard Kingdom Hearts fans, and it's like casual's like, oh, Frozen's in this, that's cool, and then like the diehard fan breaks in, he's like, Aqua got Norded, like that's all he says, and like if you're a diehard fan, you know exactly what that means.
Aqua got Norded.
Aqua got Norded. And Jack is sitting here being like, the fuck are these two? What's happening?
I'm fine. I'm fine over here.
Yeah, basically an old dude fucked her.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it.
Yep.
All right, so that's Squeenix. An old dude fucked her. That's Squeenix.
That's where it ends.
All right, Ubisoft.
Here we go,
guys. Never have I wanted a dancing panda mascot more in my life than after seeing Ubisoft.
I understand that panda dabs.
That panda does pandabs.
Panda, yep.
Guys, I couldn't find my Ubisoft notes, but I found them. It's fine. It's good. We're good. It's fine.
Okay. I mean, if anything,
just make sure you
room.
get all of your wrestling the papers on mic too next time. Like that. Bye, all of our listeners. See you later. It's fun knowing you.
Yeah. Okay. So Ubisoft, probably the cringiest, right? Cringiest E3 this year.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was like, of fucking course they opened with a dance number.
They opened with a marching band playing marching band versions of pop.
I wouldn't call this cringy. I thought it was a pretty good presentation, especially compared to EA. I wouldn't have called it cringy. I don't know.
A motherfucker drove into the auditorium through the crowd on a shitty little motorbike to get on stage to only fall onto a TV.
That guy was awesome.
That was great.
I legitimately
that was awesome.
thought that was funny. That was not cringy to me.
I thought the fucking Trials guy was great.
I'm not doing a bit. I thought that was entertaining. I'm dead serious.
I genuinely thought that was
cringy.
Great.
Cringy as balls.
It's not like he wasn't trying to fall on the thing, dude. If that was an accident, it'd be cringy.
It's just to me, it's like, why is this happening? Why? Ubisoft, help.
I can't stand behind the statements.
I mean, okay. Well, first of all, Alana Pierce put out a poll before this conference began, and she's like, "How many of you guys like think they're gonna start this off with a music number?" And the poll was yes, definitely yes, indubitably hell yes, like yeah, sure as shit.
There it is.
And I think IGN released like an E3 bingo sheet this year. And like, I think up to Ubisoft, there was like one that was like there are 4 slots, and we're waiting on the one, and like. You know, I write for Game Luster, and like in our chat, the second the dancing panda came on stage, everyone was like, bingo, fucking bingo, we got it. Like, that's it. That's the one we needed.
Fucking Just Dance. Like, why?
Yeah, so Just Dance 2019 is happening. That's cool. Beyond Good and Evil 2,
it's got a Wii version.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the Wii and the Wii U. But yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2, we got another CG trailer and some gameplay. And I remember, Jack, do you remember when we saw that like pre-alpha footage like a couple months ago, and you and I were like,
yeah, like why even show that?
Yeah, how do you feel about it now?
I am not more sold on it or less sold on it. I'm still neutral. I am cautious about this one because I don't know, the first game had a good thing going, and it just seems like such a departure from the first game. They really look like they're going like whole hog AAA, like we are going to really, you know, like this is gonna be a huge Assassin's Creed-esque scale game. And it's just like, that's not what the first game was. The first game was a bite-sized B tier. It was like the quintessential B tier 8 out of 10 surprise game that no one knew about, no one bought. It was one of the best hidden gems of that era. I remember playing those games back then, and it was like no one knew about it. It was just this great game that was a very nice, tight experience. Not huge blown out budget, but like just overall just a good time that you would pay $20 for. So I realize like it's impossible to recreate that kind of feel and vibe with this game, as high profile as it is. But I don't know if I like. This is kind of the equivalent of like your band selling out in a way. Like you're one band that you liked a lot, like, oh, now they're huge. Now they got a huge budget. Now they're going for the mainstream. So I'm a little like, I have a little cognitive dissonance, in that regard to this game. But I mean, if Michel Ancel really, gives his all, like I'm looking forward to it. And hey, by the way, where's Wild? I just thought of that. He's working on that game too. Remember that game where the dude like rides the bears and the eagles and the.
I completely forgot about that game. Yep.
That's a Ubisoft game, right? Too. Like, yeah. Everyone has forgot about the game. It was announced like 3 years ago, and like, what? Where is it now? What? Huh?
And that's Buck Wild.
I don't know. That trailer though, that Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer was awesome.
Yeah,
I thought that trailer.
Did you guys play the first game?
Did not.
Not all the way through.
You guys should play the HD version. I don't know if it's on. It might be on modern consoles now, but it definitely was on Xbox 360. But you guys should go back and play the 3D version. It actually might be, and it's super cheap, guys. That game is tight, and what I mean, like, yeah, it's cool, but it's a shorter game. It's really fun to play. If you play that, you might see kind of what I'm saying about the sequel here. It's a little worrisome, a little troublesome.
Yeah, but the fan contribution thing was pretty cool though.
Oh,
like I'm glad they cleared up that they cleared up that you are going to get paid if you get selected for that too. So they're not just like crowdsourcing their development.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's a cool thing, man. That might end up getting people a job in the industry. Yeah, that's neat.
Like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's been running Hit Record for years now, and I kind of follow it on and off. It's produced some pretty cool stuff. So like I'm excited to see where this will take it, like where he'll be able to take the music and stuff for this game. What I found odd is that they said like we're gonna have a BGE fest in the fall, and I'm like, really? Does this game deserve, like, is it that big that it deserves a fest?
It's cult status, but I don't know if it's its own fest. That I don't even see that.
So I don't know. I mean, like, it's still on my radar, but I want to know more. I want to get a release window or something. We don't even have that. So
I don't like the monkey.
But he's so hip and cool and young. Monkey. He's a youthful.
Not into him.
He's a cool guy.
No, he's not.
Let me ask you guys, Skull and Bones feelings.
Yes.
I'm intrigued. It's interesting. I think there's some cool multiplayer there. I feel like it's gonna be the kind of game where I play it for like a week and then fall off for like a month, and then the whole world gets so awesome balls good at it that it's no more fun for me. So that's kind of me calling my shot here when it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looks cool and all. It'd be fun to play, but I don't know if I'd buy it at $60.
No,
it definitely looks. Game. It looks better than Sea of Thieves to me.
Yeah, not a $60 game. Like, I agree with that.
It's kind of basically half of Assassin's Creed Black Flag with a couple more mechanics thrown in.
Right,
that's the obstacle they're gonna have to get around.
Yeah, is to separate themselves from Assassin's Creed, because the Assassin's Creed this year is gonna have ship combat as well. Fun fact.
Oh,
that's gonna be a thing. But what I want to talk about before we get into that is The Division 2. Jack, you and I played a fuck ton of Division 1. How do you feel about the second game?
Yeah, the trailer was strong. I liked it. Where the paper airplane, that was a powerful trailer, I thought. I thought the soundtrack was good. It's pretty interesting that's taking place in Washington. It's an interesting time. This might be the game that's going the places I was hoping Far Cry 5 to go. And kind of they ended up shooting blanks, right? This could be that game for me. We'll see. I am optimistic. As I understand the Division 1, we should maybe go back there. As I understand, it's gotten a lot stronger over the years, I guess we can say now, right? It's been a couple of years.
It's been, oof.
Yeah, right. But I'm into it. And I think that was a good presentation. Raids are coming to the Division. That's a plus. And so a lot of good things there.
To me, what was key about those raids is they said the word free. And that to me is like perfect. That's what the Division needs, because the Division, it's not a system seller, it's not a killer app, it's not gonna have enough like star power to pull in like pay $30 more for extra stuff. So like I'm glad they went the route of like it's free.
Yeah, and have those 3 DLCs too free. Yes.
It seems like sequel syndrome for Ubisoft is gonna apply here. You know what I mean? Like it seems like they're just taking everything about the original and actually making it good.
Yep. Yeah, that's.
The original had its parts.
Yeah, and what I'm interested in is like in the post game like talkies, they said, this is gonna be like we're revamping the Dark Zone like a fuck ton. So get excited for that. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Hopefully we'll find out more about it March 15, 2019. That's when the game comes out. There is a beta if you sign up for it. So, well, I mean, that's maybe you'll get into it. Who knows? Yeah, I'm excited about Division 2. But
can we talk about transference for a second?
I don't want to. That game looks weird.
I was confused.
I was like, is that Elijah Wood?
Yeah,
what are you doing
he came
here?
on like last year to talk about this game too. This game was at E3 last year.
Oh, was it?
I didn't even remember it.
I totally forgot. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember the name. I never saw the logo. Wow.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing, right? Is like it didn't. To me, it still doesn't even have the impact. It just kind of looks like, oh, it's kind of creepy VR. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it looked somewhat interesting. I mean, but I'm also a sucker for walking simulators. I don't know. Elijah Wood making a walking simulator game sounds interesting to me. We'll see.
I will say I forgot how, like, dude, Elijah Wood has eyes. I forgot how piercing they are. They're like they look into your soul, dude.
He romanced you. He swooned you.
I'm in. Like, Elijah, take me.
Elijah,
wow.
Take me.
The things you're putting on the internet tonight,
dude, Elijah Wood is such an interesting guy. He's like, I started on Lord of the Rings. Now I'm like a DJ and I'm like a huge audiophile and I spend like tens of thousands of dollars on this DJ setup and I'm a record collector. Now he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get into games and I'm gonna like direct stuff and I'm like, what the fuck?
You can't forget he was Spyro the motherfucking dragon.
He was Spyro the motherfucking dragon and he was also in Spy Kids 3.
You cannot forget those two very important roles.
He's always Frodo to me, guys.
Yeah, Spy Kids 3D, game over.
Yikes.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Please.
Starlink is gonna have Star Fox.
Yeah, Starlink is gonna have,
sold the Switch version for so many people.
No, Star Fox is gonna be in Starlink. That's what's important. Like
That's
no one
true.
would have fucking gave a shit about Starlink otherwise.
That's true, and it's a Toys to Life game. So I'm kind of like, even if Star Fox is in it, I don't know if I
that
give
trend
a shit.
is a little.
I would
over
buy
with.
the one thing needed to play the Star Fox and then call it a day.
That's it.
I'm
It's
treating
basically
this as a Star Fox game.
Yeah, it's gonna be your new Star Fox game, basically.
That's how I'm
treating
treating it.
Right. And then Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm sold, dude. That game looks like The Witcher, but Assassin's Creed.
Dude, so I didn't play Origins. I'm kind of thinking after seeing that maybe I should to understand like what the direction that they're going. But they're basically making Assassin's Creed, from what I understand, just a straight up RPG. Like, yeah, it's just straight up.
You get to make choices. There's going to be romance options.
Yeah.
In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I'm in. I'm into that.
Guys, I'm gonna poop on this. I'm pooping.
Go ahead.
This sucks because this is exactly what happened to Assassin's Creed in the past. When they took a year off, it was news, and it's sad that it was news. And they really like reset the board, right? And then they came back strong. And Assassin's Creed is still like almost number one on my pile of shame. Like, I need to play that game. I own it. It's fucking installed. I need to play more of it. I had a good time.
First game?
Origins. Sorry.
Origins. Okay.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins. So, anyways, I need to play that game. That is like a must play for me soon. And it ran like a dream on PC. But now what are we doing? Okay, so we're going back now to a yearly release with iterative minor changes. I didn't see enough difference from game to game to get me excited. So and what is this? The sequel to Super Mario Odyssey? What the shit?
Yeah, well, I mean, Odyssey, because Iliad and the Odyssey. That's my guess. Although when I did see that title at first, I was like, shit, is this a Mario assassin? Wahoo!
Yeah, where's the hats? Yeah.
Yeah. See, for me, this is kind of like the jump scene between Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed 2. That's how I'm kind of seeing this right now.
It's way too soon to say that.
I know, it's way too soon to say that, right? But from what I've seen from the trailers of Odyssey, it looks kind of... Because, like, Origins was already very impressive to me. Like, I didn't buy it, but from what I've seen of it, I was like, I think that's a positive-looking Assassin's Creed game. Origins is adding ship combat on top of that, and it's definitely adding, like, this is your world. You choose what to do with your character kind of a feel.
Right.
That's what I'm gathering. In Odyssey, yeah. In Odyssey, yeah. So that is enough for me to be like, this could be good. And I might pick it up on October 5.
I'm in full support of an Assassin's Creed every 3 years, but not every single year. Like, it's I've already bought, like, I was a sad guy that bought Assassin's Creed 3. Like, one of the first ones that went shitty.
Oh, yeah. I bought it.
So.
Yeah, Ass Creed 3.
I mean, 4 was good, though.
Yeah, 4 was
Unity
okay. I still haven't finished 4 yet.
4 is good.
Yeah, I'm excited for Odyssey. Like, yeah, it's the combat looks good. The romance options are cool. but I'm also excited because of the storyline, right? Because a lot of the storyline outside the Animus has to do with like the Roman/Greek gods, right? With like the first civilization and shit like that. And before or after Assassin's Creed 3, that's when I was like really into the lore, right? I didn't, because that was before I didn't know they killed off Desmond too, right?
Yeah, in 3.
Yeah, in 3, because they don't tell you that, and until you get into the 4th game and you have to like really dive deep to even know that he died. But like I'm really excited to see where they go with the lore. I haven't heard shit about like good things about the storyline since 3, like, so I don't know.
So did Assassin's Creed and God of War just switch spots?
I think so. Well, because here's what I'm seeing, right, is that they are going to have a real life story mode. Apparently Origins was, I mean, I don't know if you can maybe like fact check me on this, Jack, but like Origins focuses on a whole new real world protagonist, like a woman, I think.
Okay.
Yes. And she's coming back in Odyssey, and they're allegedly going to have some gameplay segments where you're going to play as her in the real world. They don't really have any details on that. But at this point, I'm looking at Assassin's Creed like it's historical fiction gameplay. I kind of don't give a shit about the modern world anymore. You killed off Desmond. You killed off an interesting storyline that you had. So at this point, I'm just in it to see the pyramids and see the Colosseum. That's about it.
Yeah, it's because they brought in they got a new writers. They brought in new writers after 3, and that's when everything went downhill, and they tried to turn it into a cash cow thing.
Right.
That game leaked, and it kind of ate their Wheaties, and they still ended with it. So I kind of felt bad. Like their big oomph game was like, no.
Yeah.
We already
I don't know. I'm slightly excited for it though. I'll wait for reviews, but I'm kind of excited. Kind of want to play it.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Let me ask you this, Robert. How many other press conferences do we have left?
There are 3 more, and I was going to do the PC Gaming Conference in one sentence.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend too much time on that. I didn't watch it, to be honest.
PC Gaming Conference was way too fucking long for it. Day 9 is not a good host. He needs to stop. And the only interesting thing to really come out of it is Yakuza 0 and all these other Sega games are coming to PC. You can pre-order Yakuza 0 on Steam right now for $18. Go.
That's like cool news, but yeah, that is the most unnecessary show of E3. Like it needs to just go away.
Every year I watch it and I hope for something good.
You hope for the good. You hope that they're gonna, get their head on right.
Yeah, and like, okay, like, so the Jurassic World Evolution came out like on June 12th. They still showed it at that show. Stormland by Insomniac is coming. That's a VR game where you play as basically Wall-E, kind of, and you get to Superman fly around, but it's only on Oculus, so who gives a shit?
Yeah, sucks.
Dude, though,
I want to play that damn game.
One game I am pumped for, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Jurassic World Evolution.
It's out right now.
Badass.
It's got middling reviews.
When did it come out?
Literally, June 12th.
Oh no, and it's not good. Oh, I'm so sad.
Jeff Goldblum's in your ears the whole game.
Seriously? That sounds like a plus.
Well, yeah, he narrates your tutorial basically until you're free to do what you want. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Go download the game right now and see that I'm right.
Dude, I might have to get this game just for that. I don't know. I was excited. Now I'm sad to hear that it's not really a thing.
Like, I'm interested, but the reviews seem very like, it's all right. There's going to be a new Walking Dead game that's a third-person shooter for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah,
when is Star Citizen coming out, guys?
Okay, I want to talk about this.
Is that ever a thing?
They fucking showed Star Citizen. Well, they didn't even show it. They just said it like, hey, Star Citizen's a thing, right? And then they showed text on the screen, pre-alpha 3.1 coming soon. And I'm like, fucking God. Yeah,
Has it been 7 years?
It's been 8. Maybe, dude.
It's been a long time.
I'm so sick of Star Citizen, man. Just fucking come out, dude.
Dude, it's not done. It's
3.1. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's or 3.2. I'm sorry.
Oh, but, my gosh.
There's a game called 2 Point Hospital coming out. It's like a hospital sim. Looks interesting. And Hitman 2 just looks like Hitman 1. So,
dude, Star Citizen. I hope it never comes out. I said it.
Dude, wait, so is it just an early access then?
That's what they're going for. The dude is making millions of dollars from people buying virtual land in a universe that's never going to be playable.
And guess what? He never runs out of supply. He can sell millions of dollars to everyone.
I hate Star Citizen. Okay, Sony.
I'm not a fan either.
Sony.
We on to the biggin.
Wait. Well, then there's Sony and Nintendo. That's left, right?
Sony
do you
and
want
Nintendo.
to end with Sony or do you want to end with Nintendo?
I mean, Nintendo was last. Do we want to flip? I don't care.
No, we should do it in chronological. We should
okay. Sony. All right, guys. Well, I mean, shit. There's a lot to say here.
Okay, they start the show in a church. I mean, it's not an actual church, but they make it look like a church.
Yeah, we were
to
contextualize. We all got together on Discord and watched the
Sony
conference live.
Let me ask you guys real quick. When you guys were watching the other conferences, were you watching it with like commentary, or were you just watching it straight up like how anyone would watch it?
I watched with Kind of Funny's live stream on a lot of them.
I was watching with commentary.
Yeah.
I prefer watching it straight up personally, just because I want to like see directly what's happening. I'd rather not get something like, "LOL, is that a banjo?" Ha ha ha.
I like the banjo. Okay.
Yeah. So Sony's conference opens up, and I seriously thought at first they were in a VFW hall.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was really weird. And so like I was like, what the fuck is this format? Like I know they were going more laid back, but it's like they're like a church/tent thing. It was really weird. And then they got into the trailer for The Last of Us Part 2, and then it made sense. And I was like, what the like that? I was like, that was a really cool idea. That was a really cool idea. Up until the intermission.
Didn't know if it was worth the effort, but let me just say right now, guys, it's weird for me to say this because there was some very quality games shown there. 3 that stand out to me that were like, yeah, those are really, really strong showings. But overall, the pace of that was so awkward. It makes it one of the worst presentations I've ever seen at E3 in all my years. It was so bad.
Yeah, so they had The Last of Us 2 happens. They had that intermission, which was they obviously didn't like really think out, even if they were having an intermission. They were just like trying to go for padding for time, and little did we know that people were actually switching venues to another tent that was set up across the way. And I actually heard from firsthand, like Destin Legary said on Twitter, is like, everyone says that like this was probably cool for the people that were there. It wasn't. Everyone was pissed. Everyone was fucking pissed that we had to move
because
venues.
they're missing and I heard about this too. So as they're moving from one venue to the other, they're missing all the pre-roll. They're missing all the stuff that they're announcing. So while they're at the presentation, they have to look on Twitter to see the presentation.
Yeah.
Like it should not be that way. What they should have done, I'll give you a free pass here, Sony. You should have had a standing room only, like a pit style thing, and each side of the room should have been its own stage if you want to do something like that. And if you're only showing 4 games, right? 4 sides of the room, people just rotate counterclockwise, 45 degrees each time you want to switch them to a game. That would have been a much better way to do it, I think.
Yeah, it was not like vibe. Even if they were trying to go for this creative approach, they just did not think it out very well.
The thing about it is whenever I've seen it so many times, guys, it's not a pattern anymore. This is like a system. Like when a console becomes so successful and so big, they get cocky. They forget what made them hungry in the first place. They forget how awesome E3 2013 was. They forget all that shit, and they are just, fuck it, we're gonna do whatever we want. And guess what? You guys are gonna suck it up because you like us now. And so it's been going steadily downhill over the last 3 years. Sony has. They peaked in 2013, and I guess over the last 5 years, they've just kind of been do. And this is like one of the worst, like I hate to shit on it so much, but it's one of the worst presentations I've ever seen at E3 in terms of pacing. Again, it's weird to say that because what I did see of gameplay was strong.
So do you want to talk about that gameplay though?
So yes, guess, The Last of Us Part 2, fuck, it looked amazing.
Good.
I liked it. It was good. It looked very cool.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that was scripted. A lot of it was maybe like not real gameplay.
Yeah, how's it going to play out? Like that part where that lady gets shot when she looks under the car, right? How many people are going to recreate that? The part where Ellie like goes, like the guy, she hits him with a bow and arrow, and then he's on his knees, and then she walks towards him, and then he starts whispering stuff before you chop his head off. Basically, like how's that going to play out in the game? It seems a little too on rails.
Yeah, there were a lot of small details that felt like there's no way this is going to be recreated in the game, and if
make a great demo,
yeah, it makes a great demo. But like I'm hoping, what I'm really really hoping, because Uncharted is very good about like environmental contextual animations. Like I remember playing Uncharted 2 and being fucking mind blown whenever Drake would like kind of put his hand up near a wall when he's walking near it, right? Because like that's something you don't back in the day, that was like holy crap, like this character knows he's near a wall, and the like programming is telling him, hey, you can lean on this wall.
Yeah,
right?
So I wouldn't. That's the thing. I definitely understand the argument that it could be scripted, But with how fucking insane Naughty Dog gets with animation, like Uncharted 4, they made over 60 separate animations just for Nathan Drake to pick up a piece of ammo while running.
Yeah.
So
Weird.
I couldn't put it past them. Like I wouldn't put it past them that they could do something like this. But it does, like, based on what we saw, it does look scripted.
Yeah, it looks a little too scripted for me, which, I mean, like, here's the thing. I'm still excited. That game's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Oh, it's easily going to be one of the best games of the year when it comes out. Is it? It's not this year.
2019 so far.
Yes. What is 2018? It's Spider-Man. That's kind of it. Anyways, the thing that I'm having a problem with, I don't know, maybe I'm getting old, guys. You make fun of me, whatever you want. But, like, there's just a lot of torture porn in video games right now. A lot of that. It's super gory, and like it has its place. Like I'm not, I'm definitely not shy and away from that. I played Manhunt on PS2. I played a lot of crazy games like that, but it's just like it seems to be getting to a level of fidelity where it's starting to get like just genuinely like disturbing. Like when Laura Croft has that log go through her neck and shit. She's sitting there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just getting real over the top, man.
Yeah, at that gameplay trailer, I was like kind of cringing, not like at the fact that. You remember that scene where fucking Ellie's watching that dude? He's hung, like he's hanging by his neck, and that guy like cuts through his stomach, and like there's a lot of dragging movement with that dagger, and I was just like, dude. And then you see the blood splattering out right organically.
Dude, stop.
And then his intestines are hanging out, and I'm like, dude, holy shit.
You get to a level of fidelity where it just becomes disturbing, I guess is my point, and it just becomes disturbing. Like, gore or whatever, like in good spirit can be fun and can be entertaining, at certain levels. But now, like I said, it's getting so realistic, like that last Mortal Kombat, like etc. Like it's just getting to a point where it's like, I don't know if this is fun anymore, guys. But again, make fun of me, whatever. Maybe I'm just getting old.
So I definitely I hear you guys when it comes to the over the top violence, and at the same, like, yeah, it is pretty ridiculous, but at the same time, I kind of respect them keeping like that level because of the themes that they're going for in the game, and part of it too is that when they came out with that last trailer, the CG trailer, they got a lot of backlash because of how violent that trailer was, and I'm kind of glad that they stuck with their guns on that.
No, I can agree.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like. I mean, I definitely see the argument, but it's one of those things where, like, within that universe and the themes that they're going for, like, I respect the vision. Like,
watch Annihilation if you guys are looking for a Last of Us story, and then report back.
And then after the Last of Us thing, they had the intermission. Great.
Yeah, which
segment.
by the way,
My
like the big notable thing is we're getting Black Ops 3 for free if you have PS Plus.
Yeah, you can download it right now for freezies.
Exactly.
All those people like playing FPSs on console.
And then big request, New Game Plus is coming to God of War.
Yep. And then they had a little spot on Destiny 2's DLC, which cool. Okay, whatever.
No, yeah.
And then they brought on that dude on the stage to play that pipe, that big old Japanese pipe thing.
Yeah.
And dude, okay, I don't know what it is with E3 this year, but there's a lot of music this year.
There was a little
there
too
was
much,
the banjo before The Last of Us 2. There was the flute thing before Ghost of Tsushima.
Andrew WK.
There was Grant Kirkhope with the critical hits playing alongside Donkey Kong.
The best musical performance of the year of E3 was before Donkey Kong and Rabbids. That was actually really fun.
Grant Kirkhope,
cool.
critical hits. That was cool.
Yep.
Okay, so Ghost of Tsushima, guys.
Yes.
Looks fucking incredible.
Dude, that looks so beautiful.
Like, I love being surprised.
In my notes, I highlighted Ghost of Tsushima like holy shit.
Yes. And this is why I don't need to see new consoles yet. I'm not in a rush. If games like this are coming out still and surprising me, like I was just saying this to my wife before the PlayStation conference, was that I want to see a game that like wows me, and like I can't believe the graphics look this good, and I want to like doubt what I'm seeing because it looks so good. And that was this game.
Yeah. Same for me. That game looks fantastic.
The level of like the volume of grass and wheat and shit that the horse was running through. The horse was kicking up mud. Yeah, the lighting, the sunset, the god rays, all the falling leaves, the fire physics.
In 4K HDR, this is going to look incredible. I don't know if it'll run at that frame rate, but
yeah, I mean, they had that was running on a PS4 Pro, so like that's crazy shit. I couldn't believe
so
that.
good.
I remember when that trailer was starting, like how the horse was kicking up mud. I thought that looked fantastic, which I never thought I'd say that about a video game, but like holy crap, it did. And then the scene where he starts to fight those people, and it's just him standing there, hand on the sword. And I'm like, oh, is he gonna do that thing where they like draw the sword as an attack? Oh, he's gonna fucking do it, and he does it. He just like slits his jugular. I'm like, dude.
Well,
this is cool.
my favorite part.
Bushido blade.
Yeah, my favorite part was when he was facing the lady, I forget her name, at the end of the trailer, and all the leaves were falling around them, and it zoomed in almost like fighting game camera angle. And then like the camera had like the focus going on. The camera angles are really creative. I really liked all that.
I need to catch. Yes, I was streaming it, so it was kind of low res. I need to catch the 4K trailer, man. It was.
Oh, it probably looks amazing.
Ooh, can't wait.
So that's gonna be good.
Very. Is that this year or no?
2019, I believe.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Dude, this year is not looking good.
I don't know. This year's pretty strong.
No, this year's pretty packed, dude.
Red Dead Redemption
Really?
2.
Am I missing stuff? Okay.
Red Dead Redemption, Spider-Man.
All right. Yeah.
But it's Fallout 76, Dragon Quest 11,
76.
Yeah.
All right.
Spyro.
There's a lot. There's
stuff. There's stuff.
Smash.
But already, can we say already with just what we know is coming out in the first half, next year is going to be way stronger than this year? Can we at least agree on that?
I don't know.
Just by February, it sounds like.
It's too early to tell, bro. It's too early to tell.
There's a lot at the end of this year, dude. I think you're not getting a lot here.
Okay.
So they announced a couple other things after Ghost of Tsushima. Control. That looks kind of cool, but it also looks like Quantum Break.
Control. Yep. No, dude. Looks
from
like
the same makers of Quantum Break as well.
Yeah.
Looks like PsyOps, guys. You guys remember that game back in the day?
Oh shit, that's a deep pull.
Yes, it is, dude. It's like a third person kind of Gears of War, but with psychic powers, and that's what this game is.
Yikes.
Yeah. And I'm excited.
Resident Evil 2 remake, though.
Dude, out of fucking nowhere. That trailer,
cool.
like leading up to everyone's like, what the fuck is this? And like you're at the perspective of a rat, and the rat gets killed. Two officers are like fighting it out. Dude, this fucking officer gets eaten. Who comes in and shoots the motherfucking zombie? Leon S. Kennedy.
Motherfucking Kennedy.
Fucking dude. Oh my god.
Like I think I saw camera angles like Resident Evil 4 kind of in the gameplay.
I watched 20 minutes of gameplay of it today.
Oh, there's gameplay? Oh,
there's
my
gameplay.
Gosh.
And it's let me tell you, it's fucking amazing.
Is it Resident Evil 4 or is it what is
it's
it
like Resident Evil 4 style over the shoulder, but like you can move while you shoot.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. Oh, you can strafe. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, dude. I am so hyped for this. Give me all of this. And, looking back in retrospect, like what a giveaway. Yeah, they teased the PS1 there. I thought maybe that was Death Stranding, but I am very excited for this. This is a full-on remake of one of my favorite PS1 games, period. This is one of the best Resident Evils. Better than the first one. I mean, the first one's always going to be a classic, but to me, it's better. It's a better game overall.
Yeah,
it's a great sequel.
I agree. Let me tell you, the gameplay, nothing, just dripping with atmosphere, like atmosphere written all over it, survival horror elements. The only thing that I think some people will throw a little bit of a fit about is the UI for like managing your items and shit's a little bit different. I don't think it's bad. It gets the job done, but it's not like that classic UI where you have to shift shit around.
It can't be much worse than it used to be, dude.
Right.
That inventory system is bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Death Stranding. Death Stranding happened.
Oh, is this what we're talking about right now?
Look, Kojima-san, like you're getting close to pissing me off. A little bit. Look.
Just a little bit.
Look. Following the release of Metal Gear Solid 4 is like one of the worst fucking things you can do as a human being, because they announced that game like 3 or 4 years before it ever came out. Release windows never given. And Death Stranding is doing the same fucking thing all over again. And this is Kojima now at the helm. Like, no one's saying no to him. This is all him. And I'm just like, dude, fucking, like, make your game. Because right now, I don't think you know what your game is.
I actually came away... Oh, hold on. I'll let Colin go first. I'll go third.
Okay. First of all, I'm fucking sold. I don't give a shit what the fuck this game is. Give me it.
I'm
still sold on the name alone.
I fucking like the name, the gameplay, the atmosphere. It's so fucking original. Never seen anything like it. I want it. Give it to me. Is it going to be a long time before it comes out? Probably. And honestly, like, I will agree with the fact that Kojima should probably take a page out of the Cyberpunk 2077 book and just kind of be quiet until the game gets close to being done.
It doesn't look like it's close.
Granted, it was cool to finally see a little bit of gameplay and just have the atmosphere and get a more general sense of how the world works and how they're doing shit. And it's just as batshit crazy as I wanted it to be, if not more.
What I hate about this is that if this game comes out and it's bad, then it makes Konami look smart and good, and it makes Konami look like the winner. And I'm almost willing to pay $60 to just not have that happen, because I hate Konami with every fiber of my being.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell.
I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I'm a sucker, but I'm doing it against my better judgment, because I'm telling you right now, that trailer was a disservice to the game. It made me actually less hype for it. It made me less interested in it. It reduced every bit of hype I had for it. So now I'm just like, worried about it, to be honest with you. Like, it's like, okay, you're walking over chasms with like your fucking luggage on your back and shit. Like, what the fuck am I actually looking at? And so when he dies, he reincarnates his body into the baby and he's reborn again. So that's what's happening. He's like coming back.
Dude, I can tell you. All I know is,
and that blinky thing, like, to me, I'm just telling you, like, I hate saying this, but a lot of it looks stupid to me. It just looks stupid. And I hate saying that, but no. I'm nonplussed by that trailer. It did not service the game.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like it kind of looks like a walking simulator, but there's nothing to do. And I like walking simulators. Usually there's something there, but this feels like you're just walking. Like, it looks like, I mean, it's Horizon Zero Dawn's engine, right? So it looks like it's that, but you're not playing oh man, what's that name?
Yeah.
What's her name? Horizon Zero Dawn. Aloy. Yeah, it looks like just
it doesn't look as good. Yeah, the graphics, I think, of the big 4 games they showed, that was the worst looking game. Yeah, which is too much to my surprise. So hopefully they have a lot of polishing to go. But I can't get with this. And the gameplay, when the guy died by those shadow things with the umbilical shadows or whatever, like, it didn't even make any sense. Like, what did he do to die there? Like, if you're dying for no reason, you don't know why. That's like the epitome of like a terrible game design. And that's kind of what it demonstrated there to me too. Like, I didn't get why he died and what he did wrong there, So like, I am worried, genuinely.
Like, I mean, the thing is, like, we don't know what the objective is in the game, and they're keeping it promiscuous and mysterious and
promiscuous.
Keeping it slutty is what we need.
They're keeping it promiscuous, mysterious.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what that word means. Anyway,
we've been podcasting a long time. You get a pass, man.
Here's the thing. I will say, after listening to a bunch of our episodes back, Colin, you say a lot of words that don't mean what you think they mean.
That needs to be the title of this.
that word, needs to be the title. It means what you think it means,
bro. That needs to be the title of the show, of this episode. Keeping it promiscuous.
No, okay.
E3, keeping it promiscuous.
Keeping it promiscuous. That's what it's all about.
Shit. Misuse the English language. It's my profession. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. I'm still sold on the game. I still think it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to buy it as a lifelong fan of Metal Gear Solid and like what Kojima does. Like, I want it. I'm just worried about it. That's all. And here's the thing. We need a release date within a year. Honestly, at this point, it's kind of too much.
Yeah, either that or they just need to stop showing it until it's done.
I'm not sold that that's coming out holiday 2019. I'm not sold on that.
I mean, dude, they've only been hard at work on it for like a solid year and a half or so.
Yeah, I think this is a long way off.
I want to see a release window within a year, but
I think 2020. I'm gonna say.
I mean, but also though, on the flip side though, like, he has all the resources he could ever need. Like, Sony is like throwing coal onto his fire. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but that's worrying, because I feel like he's the kind of creator that doesn't know when if someone says no to him,
when to like scope out his vision.
He's kind of, Cliffy B. He went down that road, and look at him now. He's basically disgracefully left the gaming industry.
That was one of the worst things of this year. Ooh.
Yeah, like, now Cliffy B's out. And funnily enough, I listened to like an old Joe Rogan podcast where he was on it, and it was like 2013, and the whole episode was him being like, ooh, but I'm starting a new studio and it's gonna be a really cool game. Get ready though, guys.
Tragic.
Ooh, man.
It took him 5 years to make Lawbreakers.
something like that. Yeah.
Whoa, dude. So wait, this
Yeesh.
is on the Joe Rogan podcast. He was there.
Yeah, the Joe Rogan experience.
I
guess
have to go
decided
back and listen to that. Ooh.
dig into it. Yeah. Anyway, after Death Stranding, they released a trailer for Neo 2, which I was like, that's surprising, but
Very soon.
like,
Yeah, very soon.
like that's cool and all, but like after seeing Sekiro and after seeing Ghost of Tsushima, I'm kind of like, man, I kind of don't care about Neo. Right
Yeah,
now.
they kind of took the wind out of the sails, eh?
You know, I hate to admit it, but I think you guys are a little bit right there. But still, we still got the first game that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they ended the show with Spooderman.
I mean, it's just throwing more hype on my hype. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready to play it.
I guess the reveal here is that like he's got a huge rogue gallery that's going to be in the game. You saw Scorpion,
awesome.
Rhino, Vulture. They were all
They
in
all look
suits.
so good, and I don't remember any games that they were in before. Man, did you guys play Spider-Man 2 back in the day on PS2 and Xbox? That was such a good representation, and this is just that cranked up to, you know, the rafters. Like, holy shit, like what a good looking representation in New York, Manhattan. What a great looking game. It looks like it's running like a dream. Like, this could be a serious thing, man. I thought it was a great demo.
Yeah, that's going to be the Spider-Man game for sure. Like
Easily.
I'm on it. I'm going to be buying it day one.
I hope he can unlock a skateboard or something like that.
Maybe, or bikes.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Something.
And then I mean, yeah. So we got to see all those awesome villains: Rhino, Scorpion, Vulture. Was it Electro?
Electro was there and Negative Man.
Negative Man. And then at the end, he's like, "Wait, it's you." And then I was like, "It's the Where's Rent guy from Spider-Man, the movies. Where's Rent? I'm a good man. You're a good woman."
Rip.
Yeah.
So
what about Daracene, guys? Or
dude,
however you say
we don't
that?
know.
Oh,
talk about
Daracene.
that.
Yeah.
I don't care. Do you care? I don't care.
It was
I mean,
just
it's a
weird
Japan
that they.
studio. It's a Japan studio published from software game, and it's a VR game. I'm pretty fucking sold.
I don't care, to be honest with you, but the reason I bring it up because it just points again to the weird, awkward like pace of this presentation.
Yeah, like everyone was like clearing out their streams and everything. Everyone's like, okay, it must be over. And then they just they had another intermission and they threw up that game. Why? Why?
Listen, man, Sony is going to legitimately. They already have pissed me off, I guess, but they are going to legitimately piss me off if their next show does not take lessons from the last 3-4 years. They have been the worst E3 presentations in the last several years.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean,
though,
I don't
next
agree
year-
with that. Not every year for the last 3 years. I mean, 2016 was awesome, and 2015 was awesome.
Yeah, wasn't 2016 the one with the live orchestra?
Yeah,
I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one.
I like that. That was cool.
I loved
I remember
the
that
shit
one.
out of it.
I remember that one strongly, and I didn't like it. I didn't care for God of War at the time. Like, no.
Well, here's the thing, though, right? Is next year E3 at Sony is going to be huge because they've got all of these games that we saw this year that are all slated for 2019. Where Jack, you're like, oh, 2019, we're going to see them next year at E3. It's going to be
Next console next year too.
maybe
The
Maybe.
Vita 2, dude. What if it is their answer to the Switch? Get
Ooh.
fucked, everybody.
I'd do that.
What if it's the Vita version of the Switch? That's their next console.
Fuck, I don't know.
Seriously.
I don't know.
Dude,
Neo
think
Vita.
about it. Think about it, dude. Sony, more so than Microsoft, always copies what Nintendo does. They always
That's
do.
true.
They came out with the Move controllers. They do it, dude. They came out with the Vita. That was a
Sure.
response to Nintendo, so
All right.
keep eyes out,
So-
man.
What do you guys say we take a look at Nintendo and then start wrapping the show up?
Oh, God, we
Let's
still have
do
one
it.
more. I thought we were done already.
No, that's why I was wondering why you guys were going on so long about
Okay,
Sony.
I thought it was done. Okay. All right,
All
Ubisoft.
right.
Let's go.
Smash. It's going to be quick. So they opened up with Daemon Machina, whatever. Cool. It's a mecha game.
Yeah, I mean, it looked interesting, but I mean, I don't know.
What a weird ending to that trailer. It was just like music, done.
And then just
Yeah, his
cuts.
music just kind of...
Yeah,
stopped.
it was
weird.
super abrupt.
Yeah, the Twitch stream was just like question marks, question mark, question mark.
Yeah.
Overcooked 2, that's exciting. I don't know if you guys played the first one, but that game's fun.
I
It
hear
is fun.
you have some new abilities, like you can pick food up off the floor. You can throw
You can
food
throw.
to other people to their plate. That's kind of interesting. I've never played
Yeah.
the game, but
And-
I've seen enough of it being played.
There's going to be online multiplayer in 2, which is like great because the first
Oh,
one's
nice.
only local.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
They showed like the sizzle reel of a bunch of games coming to the Switch. DB Fighters is the only one I was kind of like, oh, that's cool.
The World Ends With You. I know we already knew that, but I'm stoked about it anyway.
Yeah.
So. Dark Souls
yo.
with no release date.
Of course. Super Mario Party though. I mean, it was going to happen eventually, right? A Mario Party game has to come to the Switch.
Yeah, innovative ways of playing the game though. Like get more than one switch. You can swipe across screens and shit like that. Really
I thought
neat.
that was so cool. You could change like the direction of the battlefield when you like connect two switches with each other.
How does
Yeah,
that
so
work?
my only problem with that though is
Right.
does both parties need to have a copy of Mario Party though? Because if
I
so,
guess.
then I mean,
I would say maybe not. I mean, Nintendo has had local multiplayer with only one person owning it,
like
so maybe
download
not.
play.
Yeah.
That looks cool, and I think it's confirmed for 80 new mini games.
Wow.
For the Switch.
Do you think we'll ever get a sequel to Labo?
Maybe maybe not Labo 2, but like the Labo Variety Pack 2, Variety Pack 3.
Yeah,
I can see that.
They didn't show nothing, so I don't know.
I mean, I think it's too soon to say, right? Because like it only came out 3 months ago.
Okay.
But yeah, Mario Party is set for October 5, so that's pretty soon. Something I'm really freaking excited about: Fire Emblem, Three Houses.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're getting a Fire Emblem on console. It mostly just looked like more Fire Emblem, though. It wasn't really anything that
looked...
It's
not a Muso game?
No, it's not a Muso game, but it looks so good. And they've added like when you're fighting on a battlefield, like it's still turn-based tactics, right? But like when you initiate combat, it's like you're running through all the troops. Like it makes the game feel more like, you're leading an army. Like you have all your units, but they all have like troops around them.
Oh, that's true.
Doing
that
good things.
Looks really cool.
I was impressed with the graphics, and to have that
I'll
on the go, man, makes me wish that I didn't have to drive everywhere and I had time to play it. Makes me wish I like commuted, publicly.
Can't wait to see all the scalpers posted on eBay.
Same. Spring 2019 though. That's the slated release date for release window for Fire Emblem Three Houses. Do you guys have anything else you noticed from the Nintendo conference except for the last 10 minutes?
So Fortnite came to Switch, which is like everyone was anticipating that, but it's still pretty huge.
You can't play it if you played the PS3 version. What?
PS4 version.
You have a Sony PSN account.
Yeah,
what
if your Epic account is linked to your PS4 account, you can't.
This free game, free to play.
I mean, that's Sony. That's Sony's bullshit.
That's because they don't want to do crossplay. They're fucking.
So you could that's fucked up. So couldn't you just start another profile and play it for free? It's a free game.
You could.
Yeah. But I mean, luckily I signed it on my PC one and it was fine. But it's a really dumb thing. But the game has already been downloaded on Switch over 2 million times, according to IGN.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's out now. Yeah.
Yep. So
I mean, it's
so wait, what happens if you get that first and then log in to PlayStation?
Who knows?
I could try it. I never did it before. I guess you guys could too.
Killer Queen. I don't know if this flew under your guys' radar, but do you guys know what Killer Queen is?
No.
So the reason why this Killer Queen game, why it's a big deal, it's coming to Switch, is because it's an arcade game. It's never been on consoles before. It's an exclusive arcade game that has a cult following on a handful of arcades throughout America. It's big in California. Out here in the Midwest, I think there's only like 1 or 2, maybe 3. There's like only a handful of actual arcade cabinets for this game, and it's like a huge hit. There's one here in Columbus, believe it or not.
Cool.
Yeah. And so Killer Queen is like, it's got this massive following. It's like a 4v4, 5v5 game where you try to take each other out before the snail crosses the bottom of the screen or something like that.
Oh, that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know nothing of this.
But Switch, this is the first time it's ever been on anything other than an arcade cabinet. So it's coming to Switch. And that's why it's a big deal.
That's cool.
So I think it sounds like a really fun game. I haven't gotten a chance to play it. But I'd love to play the arcade game at some point. But yeah, I think that's it.
Let me give you guys my parting words here. E3 overall, there's some quality stuff there.
Wait, whoa! There's still one more thing from Nintendo, Bubby.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me talk about video games then. Let me bring it back. Last game I want to talk about after or before you bring up yours is Valkyria Chronicles 4 on PC. It actually seems to be a return to form of the first game, which is music to my motherfucking ears. Like, it's going back to the action points, going back to the art style. Like, this is something that is on my radar now. So look out for that. It's something that I've wanted for a long time. And Valkyria Chronicles has been disappointing since the first game. So here we go. Return to form. That's it.
Cool.
And go ahead, Robert.
Smash.
I didn't care. So we skip it because I just
don't
care. Every
we
character.
We cannot talk about Nintendo's conference when they spend like half the conference on Smash. We can't not talk about
every character is in it except for Waluigi, and apparently there are like congressional ballots being like
petitions.
Petitions being sent out there. So it's like, what is happening in the world?
Well, like Waluigi was never a character in the past. This is just people who want that wah.
Exactly, yeah. Which there's a case for that. I mean, he's a character. He should be in there. I think it's weird he's not.
Here's the thing. I'd love for him to actually be a character, and you know why?
Because you're a bad person.
That's true, and I'm a worse person because I'm about to finish this sentence, and you're gonna think I'm a worse person. So currently, there are 64 characters. And then there are 3 Echo characters, clone characters, so that brings it up to 67. Then they showed Ridley at the end, which brings it up to 68. If they add Waluigi in there, you know how many characters are going to be in this game?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Nice.
Nice. That's really the only reason I want Waluigi in it, or really any character. I just want to bring that character count up to 69.
Just one more. Come on, guys.
Anyway,
anything.
Smash looked cool. It looked cool. I'm glad that it has all the characters from all the games, but God, that fucking segment was way too fucking long, and I don't care about all the fucking patch notes and the rebalancing and all the shit they're doing to the characters. Put that in the post show.
Yeah, I just didn't watch it. I didn't watch all that. So how are the GameCube controllers on Switch going to work? Did they go into detail about
They're making
that?
the Wii U adapters compatible.
Oh, so if I own all that, it just works now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sick. All right.
That's cool.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And that stuff works on Dolphin Emulator too on PC. It's so great.
See, here's the thing. I guess I'm the only one here who's like super fucking hype on Smash, because like seeing like that whole thing, I was glued to my screen. I was like, fucking yes, show me every little detail about every character. Dude, Jack, you might appreciate this. You know how Ryu's in it?
Okay.
Like Hadoken Ryu.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
If you're doing a 1v1 in Smash, instead of like, he will always face his enemy and like strafe back and forth as if it's like a fighting game. Cool.
Yeah, because that was worth
Fighter.
our time during the fucking conference.
Come on, I think that's cool though.
Yeah, it's cool, right? But put that in the treehouse. They don't need to put that in the fucking E3 Direct.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. What else were they going to show at the E3 Direct here? The gameplay that doesn't exist in Metroid 4?
They could have cut it, like I said, they could have cut it, the fucking thing. They just cut it off after showing on the characters. The characters.
The bigger problem that this is pointing to, guys, is like Nintendo, we saw it coming. They blew their wad like super early on the Switch. So if you're not into Smash this year, is the console going to kind of suck? Question mark.
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
there's going to be more directs this year before the end of the year, but like we didn't see any. Like I was almost fully expecting them to show Metroid Prime 4, at least something.
Oh
no, I definitely did not, dude. It was so
early.
Last year it was just a black screen and the words like. I didn't expect it.
Next
sadly.
year, though,
I'd like to see something next year.
I will also probably see Pokemon Gen 8 next year. We didn't see that this year.
I mean, it's also. I mean, we saw a little bit more of Pokemon Let's Go. I don't think we saw much other than what we got from the reveal trailer, though.
They did have gameplay in the treehouse.
I'm going to send you $80 for that, by the way, Colin.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Transactions live on the show right now.
Absolutely. Here's my credit card, guys. 8972. No.
We now know Jack has at least $80.
I'm just made of the bucks, guys. Big bucks.
But yeah, that kind of does it for Nintendo. I think you two are kind of like a little less hype on it. I'm like in December 7. I'm there.
Who are you gonna play Smash with?
Me.
Colin doesn't play it.
I said me.
You play single player. You're hyped for single player Smash. Okay,
there's online too.
So single player Smash is good. Cyberpunk bad. Okay.
The trailer for Cyberpunk. Was meh.
Gaming journalism at its finest.
And there's online on the Switch, Bubby. And it's also just a good party game. People come over and play it.
Fair enough.
I mean,
all right, that was an E3, guys. That was it. There was highs. There were certainly lows. I am tired of shit.
I'm tired.
This is the longest show we've done in a long time. What time stamp are we at?
We're at 2 hours, 20 minutes.
This is it, guys.
An hour and a half
E3,
show, guys.
The Nerd Super Bowl. This was a good. I'm glad we lived through it, and man, it's been a hell of a year. This is a cool way to cap off a year doing the show with you, fine gentlemen. And thank you for the time, and thank you for doing the show with me, guys. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
thank you, Jack.
So I want to know though, who was best conference for you guys?
Microsoft probably.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah, I could see it. I definitely wouldn't argue.
That was just a knee-jerk reaction. Best game, Sony. Best presentation, Microsoft.
Devolver was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. But I just think overall quality, I think Microsoft. Devolver is good. They can both be good.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Devolver was my favorite presentation. Because I think the presentation was like nailed to a T. Very scripted, obviously, but fucking like on it.
The pre-recorded shows are better. I almost prefer them to this awkwardness. That's Nintendo's. And Devolver's. I almost prefer it that way, which is weird.
Okay, wait. Can we talk about how in Nintendo, Masahiro Sakurai literally said, "Never ask me for anything again"? And like
I need to go back and watch that.
Yeah, like he was like, we made a big deal, like we at the development team made a big deal about making sure every character could be on Smash so you could all enjoy it. That was our number one priority. So never asked me for anything again.
That's funny, man.
Dude, that guy, he busts his ass though to work on those games.
All right, I think that's a good way to go out, guys. We should end the show there.
Yeah, never ask us for anything
Never
again.
ask us for anything again.
Yeah, so for me, I think Microsoft had the best conference, but game of show for me was Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, yeah. That was really
best looking game. Yeah. It's close with Spider-Man for me on gameplay.
Yeah. All right. So let's bring the show home. Oh my God, it's late. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, etc., anything you want us to read live on this actually live show, I can't say pre-recorded anymore because we're live
promiscuous
on Twitch.
show.
This promiscuous show. You can email us at tinydiskpodcast@promiscuous.com. That's Tiny
It's funny because it's so far from the truth. If you guys knew.
tinydiskpodcast@gmail.com. Email us there with any of your zingers. If you want to follow all of our Tiny Disc social medias, you can follow them and find them at tinydisc.com. We have all of our previous shows and episodes that are not as long as this one because E3 didn't happen during the past 51 weeks.
Thank God. We'd be dead.
Oof, yeah. And if you enjoyed the show, kind of leave us a review on iTunes. That'd be really cool. That'd help us out way more than you think. If not, start an indie game and try to get noticed by EA within the next year. So that way they bring you on stage for EA Originals next year at EA Play. And instead of talking about your game, just kind of tell them about this podcast that called Tiny Disc Podcast. Just spend your time talking about that.
We'd appreciate it. Just do that, all of you, please.
Help us become an EA original.
Yeah, next year we're gonna see someone get on stage for EA Originals. Yeah, so I was inspired to make this game by a little podcast called the Tiny Disc Podcast. Nobody's ever fucking heard of them, but.
But no, thank you guys. We're going to do this. We're going to make this a regular thing. We're going to be on Twitch now, streaming live every Wednesday at what time are we starting?
8 o'clock Eastern time. 7 o'clock
Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Pacific.
Well, okay, that might change because two of us are moving cross country within a month.
Yeah, so we'll be in Pacific time.
It's going to be
we'll figure it
wild.
out. We'll figure it out, guys. But it's 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, every Wednesday on Twitch TV. See our ugly faces live. Hear our beautiful voices in the podcast still. And it's been a show, guys. It's been an E3. Let's start drinking.
That's going to be at twitch.tv/tinydisc, all one word. Where can we find you guys online on the social medias?
You can find me, Colin Amano, on Twitter, aka @bubu__55.
I'm Mr. Cepeda on Instagram, mr._CEPEDA. Bong bong.
So I'd just like to say, though, Corey Barlog favorited my tweet today, and I feel really good.
Wow. Nice. You're a real boy now.
You're real promiscuous now.
I am a real boy. Yeah, I'm very promiscuous. I should change my username to Colin and Promiscuous.
Just like the word implies, we were running that joke into the ground. We're using it too much. Yep. Wow. You're welcome. And you can find me at Panoptimus, PINOPTIMIST. And you can see all of our social media handles in the top right corner of our portraits because we're on Twitch. Oh, did I also tell you guys we're on Twitch? Anyway, that does it for us at the Tiny Disc Podcast. And we'll see you guys next Thursday.
Pour one out for Anthony Bourdain, brother.